Okay. Okay, so this chat's probably no good anymore. So let's open up a new one. Pop out chat. Yeah, I guess the disconnect was long enough that YouTube ended the stream. Yeah, if you disconnect for too long, it ends it. Nah, you're not first. Matt's first. He beat you by a microsecond. Yeah, you mean second place is in the ladies' room. Who? Okay, real quick, off the cuff. Who can tell me where that quote came from? Come on, I know my viewers are good. Where'd that quote come from? If you're looking for second place, it's in the ladies' room. Come on. That's right. If you're not first, you're last. Top Gun. When Goose said that, if you're looking for second place, it's in the ladies' room. The original Top Gun. So, I massively beefed up the bracket for attaching to the front of the house. This should last decades. I'm not. I did have one roll of black PETG, so I figured, okay, I'll use that for a bracket. I don't care. Plus, I'll compare it to the other prints and see how the black PETG holds up in the sun here. And if it starts to get soft, we'll know, because there's going to be definitely some torque on this. So the way this is set up is that I made some changes. I took the male connector off of here, and I made this a female connector, and I put the male connectors on the end of the tube. That actually simplifies the part, uses less plastic, and it's a lot stronger, because that little nipple sticking out could break. This is not going to break. And if this happens to break, even with a 1 millimeter thick extrusion, and it's ribbed, give it stiffness. And also, I redesigned this so that it prints in vase mode with any nozzle size. So now you do not need to use a different model for a different nozzle. There you go. And, well, some people like black, so it's good to have a little bit of black on hand. But we'll see how well this holds up in the sun. So I dramatically thickened this up, and I kept the same design because I just love that design. I think it looks nice. These fit perfectly, no problem. This is your attachment bracket, so that you can cinch this down onto the 4x4 metal post that the carport is made out of. So the idea is, this is the carport post. This will clamp down onto it, and this will extend out past the overhanging roof of the carport. And then you stick this in here, and now your solar panel is out past the roof and above the roof. And what I made is an adapter. So this is your basic adapter. So that's got the threads on it to thread onto here. So that just threads onto there. And then this is just a 19 millimeter hole with little nipples inside, so that your standard solar tube will friction fit right inside there perfectly. It's a nice friction fit. And so now when I have a string light that I want to run on the carport, the solar panel usually comes with like 3 or 4 feet of wire, so you can put the solar panel somewhere else. Well, I can run that solar panel and mount it up here. And now the solar panel will actually get a full charge. Because right now, any of the solar lights that are hanging off the carport facing north, they run for about an hour after dark, because they just don't get enough sunlight. And now they will be above the carport, and they'll get full sunlight for the whole day. And I printed 2 of them, and I also printed a second one. This one has just an open hole, because one of the problems that I have here in New Mexico is wind. And this is actually going to experience quite a bit of torque when a 50 or 60 mile an hour wind hits that, plus the solar panel sitting on top of that. So I was worried about it breaking or tweaking down here. So now you have a second one that you bolt on. And again, no hardware. This is all 3D printed. This fits over here like this. So now you have 2 points of contact with the frame of the carport. So when this torques, it would have to actually snap this tube and not just break the threaded joint, because now you have 2 points of contact. And if you know you're not going to need that, then just don't print this one. But if you live in a high wind area like I do, well, then you print this second one, and now you have 2 points of contact with the carport. So I also happen to have 2 rolls of coffee-colored ABS, or brown ABS. So I was like, let's try it. Worst it can do is peel, right? I would only waste 100 grams of plastic. What do I care? So I made one in ABS. Open air, 55 degrees in the house that day. And it printed perfectly. That Vision Miner nanopolymer, I'm telling you guys, that stuff is insidiously expensive. The large 120 milliliter bottle is $60. But it goes a long way. Now with ABS, it's basically one-time use each time. So you have to apply a little bit more. Apply it while it's cold, while the bed's cold, because you can spread it. And a lot goes a long way. Like that little sample bottle that they have, that will do 2 334 printers easy. It'll do 3 enders easy. And if you let the print fully cool and you're not ramming the filament into the print bed so that you tear off the nanopolymer when you take the part off, you could sometimes get a dozen prints before you have to apply a little bit more. Now, once you start printing the higher temperature stuff, you're going to have to apply it more often. But that's an ABS open air print. And it never peeled, not one little tiny bit. Perfectly flat. Open air ABS print. And it wasn't warm in a hot summer day. It was actually pretty chilly in here that day. But open air ABS print. And it printed perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. I even printed this vase mode print standing up on the bed. Vase mode. No brim. No brim on any of this. Just print it. Directly on the aluminum plate. It's amazing. I love that stuff. My objective is to keep Vision Miner happy, so they keep sending me nanopolymer. I just hope I provide them enough value for that to make sense for them, because the stuff is witchcraft. It's pure voodoo. I mean, it holds everything. So here's the ABS one. I actually increased the flow rate to up 3%. Because the parts were a little looser than I like. Now they fit perfectly. But there's the ABS version. So that one will obviously hold up just fine outdoors. And same adapter. You know, it takes the tube. Just friction fits in there. And what you can do is you can just take this into Tinkercad. You print this side down, threads up. This way the threads are always clean. But you can fill that hole in, just put a cylinder in there and fill it in, and then put whatever size cutout you need for whatever it is you're going to mount on top of there. I could even see people making a larger cone and then drilling 2 holes in there for, you know, the screw-on mounts or whatever you have for your solar panel, you know, for your light that you're going to attach to your building. But yeah, if you have one of those, if you have a carport like I do that's made of 4x4 metal tube, this is what you need. I'm going to make another version for 4x4 posts, but I have to scale it because a 4x4 wood post is actually 3.5 by 3.5 inches. A pretty big difference from the actual full-size 4x4 that the metal post is. But yeah, I mean, open air ABS print. Now, of course, that's with a 1mm nozzle. That makes a big difference. When you're laying down fat extrusions, they're a lot less likely to peel because they have better stiction to the bed. Yes, 3 walls at 0.4 millimeters does not hold as well as 1 wall at 1 millimeter, and these are 3 walls at 1 millimeter. So that's a 1, 2, 3. That's a 3 millimeter fat perimeter, 1 millimeter each, holding this down. So that helps a lot. But even with the 1mm nozzle, I expected some warping, and that nanopolymer just said, nope. Even when it was fully cold, you can see my short that I posted, you could still hear the as it pulled off the bed. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That stuff is witchcraft. So, I also got the Anycubic Chiron running again. That's a 4.5 printer, 400 by 400 by 450. And I used David's fluorescent orange PLA that he sent me. There's little boogers on it because I have the wrong size nozzle. Thank you, Big Bad Joe. I'll have the correct nozzles on Friday. And but yeah, that I can now print with the 400 by 400 bed. I can print all 5 parts of the main body shell in one print. Yeah, that's cool. It takes like 10 hours, but it's one go. I just hit go and let it run. And with PLA, I was able to bump the speed up to 150% too. Let's see if these parts fit. I haven't actually checked to see if these parts fit together yet. Okay, so that is this side. Oop, got some boogers we gotta get rid of. Where is my nippers? Where's my nippers at? They were right here. There they are. I gotta clean up this desk. I am such a slob. But yeah, I got the little nubs that you have to get rid of sometimes. It's that little nub when it moves from here to here. The big nozzles always ooze a little bit. There's almost nothing you can do to stop that little bit of micro oozing. It's a giant nozzle. When you're jumping from point to point, they're going to ooze just a tiny bit. Okay. That went in. And then what you can do is if you need to get it to go in a little bit more, be careful where you whack it. But whack it right where the joint is and just give it a couple taps. Headphone users, I'm about to make a loud noise. Oh yeah, that's all the way in there. At least it should be. Okay, that looks good. That side is clean. And that goes in there like that. There. Shh, don't tell him. That goes like that, and like that. I'm also going to try to print my first pair of shoes. I finally found a pair of slides that I like. And it's an ingenious way. I thought I was going to have to use the Chiron, but no, I can use the longer. So I'm going to do that because I have some things I want the Chiron to do. And that goes like that. Now these, you got to make sure they click all the way in or the holes won't line up. And then this goes like, have any nipper? Yep, I got some nippers I'm going to do there. Are you serious? Thought I lost it again. Nip, nip, nip. And some of this oozing is probably because I have the wrong nozzle on there too. So once I have the correct nozzle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to only do E3 V6 nozzles from now on. Well, they should be more comfortable for me. He says print with 10% infill. I'm going to use 25% infill because I weigh 2.5 times what he weighs. So I'm going to use 2.5 times the infill. I'm also using a 1mm nozzle, and I'm going to use 3 perimeters. So I shouldn't feel the infill through the shoe. So it should be pretty comfortable for me. I like Crocs, so. And someone posted some crocodile Crocs. Like, they actually look like crocodiles. That's kind of cool. Oh, nice. That fit nice. Oh, yeah. There you go. There is the basic shell. In now, if you do want to permanently put this together, you don't have to use filament through the joint. You could just put a couple drops of super glue, and this will be permanent. But I kind of like the fact that it's serviceable. So if I break apart, I can change it. I've been dying to print a pair of shoes for a very long time. So I'm going to finally do that. Okay, let me show you. Let's see. Simplify. And he also scaled them correctly, theoretically, and provided scaling to get, you know, the different sizes that you need. So I had to scale to 110% for my size. But this is what I got to get my dryer out, and let me switch over so you, and there we go. So I'll print those. They're actually kind of neat. They have a little fat that allow them to stick to the bed. And with a 1mm nozzle and TPU, these should be very stable. And you know, I can easily just print both, no problem. But yeah, hopefully I'll be wearing Rocky About Rep Wrap. I bite. They take about, what, 600 grams, I think? Sometimes this crashes when I slice. Style, but beggars can't be choosers, so I'm just going to print what it needs. Oh yeah, I kept increasing the infill until I got to just under a kilogram, because I have a roll of orange TPU. And, that's because I was slicing, so the CPU got whacked when Simplify 3D took it over. But yeah, that's it. It'll take 50 hours to print, and I probably have to go slower than that, because that's too fast. I don't like these soles are too thin. I have to modify these in the soles. I'm going to stutter a little bit because yeah, the stuttering is probably me because I'm doing this. I don't know if this is thick enough. I mean, that's 26% grid infill. Yes, I can try it. Let me close Simplify. Please tell me I was showing that. Yes, I was. So, actually, I'll once I get the nozzle, I'll probably just try to print it on the Chiron. Anchor mates are pretty nice. A buddy of mine has 2 of the what, M5 or A5 M5. He has 2 of the Anchor mate printers, and so far he likes them. Oh, I also got a new flavor soda. I finally got some of the 7-Up Tropical, and it's pretty good. It's not as good as the cherry. The 7-Up cherry is really good. But the Tropical's not bad. It's pretty good. So there's a couple of projects that I want to work on for Rocky Mountain Rep Festival. I got to reprint the rocket. I still have the tubes, which I may attempt to reuse if I could find the original files, because otherwise they won't mate. Eventually, I want to get... I just found out that they have color transition rolls of TPU. So yeah, if the shoes work out, I'm probably going to print a pair in a transition roll, just because I think that'll look shit hot. Because of my size, as long as I wear thick enough socks, I might even be able to get away with printing a pair of shoes in like PLA Silk or PLA Plus, because it's actually slightly flexible. But the problem is they'll be slippery. They'll be very, very slippery when you walk on them. The one thing I might try to do, I don't know if the file will let me do it because it's a complex file, but I might try to thicken those soles by like add a ½ inch to it, so I can make those soles a little bit thicker. We'll see if it lets me do that. Tinkercad might puke all over itself if I try. It's pretty easy. All I gotta do is duplicate the shoe and lift it up a little bit, and just, there you go, merge it. So I want to try to print those. I want to try to get some, like, one of the first things I'm going to do when I get the white PETG is I'm going to replace these 3 miscolored drawers with white, so that this will be a unified color theme. And then I got to replace that one green drawer with a transparent drawer, so that the blood diamond red will be a unified color theme, so that these are boxes that I can display at Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. And they are UFIs. What's a UFI? Or a UFI? Come on. EUFS. No, I didn't mean UFI. Eufy's new flagship video smart lock. It's a company name? So Eufy's slang? Yeah, the pink and white is fantastic. Oh, it's the name of a brand that manufactures home automation products. So you're saying Anchormate is made by Eufy? Yeah, the pink and white is really nice. It just pops nicely. It's one of my, especially when I open this. Look at this. That just looks so clean. Oh, I didn't know that. But that is just such a clean look. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is the Tech Bears white PETG, and this is Atomic Filament Bubblegum PETG. Very nice. There's another project I'm going to work on for Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. I would really, really like to do this. It's something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. It's just so expensive. I can't do it exactly the way I want to do it, because that would require $200 of protopasta, which I can't do, because I need 3 colors. I need gold Krugerrand from Paramount 3D, which is still available. I'm going to hit them up and see if they're willing to sponsor a project, because I need 4 kilograms of gold Krugerrand, I think. I think it's 4 kilograms, might be more. But I need about 4 or 5 kilograms of gold Krugerrand. I need about 3 or 4 kilograms of something, a translucent, sparkly winter blue. I think I found one on Amazon that would be close enough. And then I need ultra green UV reactive from Atomic, which is available. And not sure that brown is a good part. What do you mean? What brown? Oh, yeah. That's the mount for the solar panel. So these two bolt onto my carport metal frame, and this extends out and then extends up to allow me to take my solar panel for my solar string lights and put that above the roof. There is no brown on the pink and white box. it's all white and pink except the orange, blue, and the clear. So I just have to replace that drawer, that drawer, that drawer with white, and this will be unified. It'll all look nice. What, this here? Yeah, this came out pretty nice. And I got 2 of them, so I could put 2 solar panels. I'm also going to make little clamps to clamp onto here, so I can add other solar panels. So, for example, I have these really nice sconces that sit on each thing, and they're like a flame. So they look like there's a flame inside, and they just have a solar panel on the top like that. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. How would I find that? There's a possibility I might find it in my order history. Since it is, I'm pretty sure something I got off Vine. Oh, no, it's a transparent orange. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of those and replace them with the white. Oh, I got the drill bits in too, and they came out. They're nice too. The $2.59 for if you guys don't mind waiting a month, it's absolutely the best deal. If you want some drill bits for drilling out long holes in 3D prints, they raised the price to $2.99. It's still dirt cheap. Hang on, for $6 you can get 2 2mm ones, prime shipped, or if you don't mind waiting a month, just order this. And you get 5 drill bits. It looks like, one of them is duplicated. It goes from 2mm to 5mm, and one of them is a duplicate because 2, 3, 4, 5 is only 4. So you're getting an extra one, or maybe it's a half size. Maybe it's 4.5mm. But yeah, for 3D printing, these will last forever because you're never going to dull them out. And but this is this here. These are 2 for $6. So $3 a piece on Amazon. It's 160mm, and I use this. You don't need it anymore. You shouldn't need this for this print, but if you do, you can use this to go in here and clean out the hole. Especially if the 2 sets of holes don't quite line up right. If they're just a little off, you can go in there real quick and just zit and ream it out. And but that link is a set of these in different sizes, and which is a very handy piece of kit to have on hand for 3D printing, because there's times where that ain't gonna cut it because it's just not long enough. When you need to when I need to clean out all these holes, for example, this can go all the way to there, and then I can come in from the other side and go all the way to there. And but the way I redesigned the file, you should not need to do that. Then I also got those adapters from AliExpress. They work fantastic. So there we go. So now I'm just going to leave this as part of this. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is a single tool now. But the nice thing about this is I can just put this in my hex drive tools. My little screwdriver, just pop it in, done. Now you do have to play with centering this until you get it to center properly. It's very easy to have it slightly off center. So you just keep playing with this in the drill and spin it until you get it centered, and then crank it tight. And I have like 3 of these, and I'll just permanently mount these to the bits and just leave them there. And that will be the tool. I'll just use that and just pop, 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 pop. Because usually I'm using my little 1/4-inch hex screwdriver. And so this makes that very easy and convenient. All you have to do is, take your little hex drive tool and pop it in there like that. Obviously, you're not going to do that manually. But yeah, these worked out great. So $3, you get 5 bits. And then these are about a $1.29 to $1.59 each on AliExpress. Very cheap. Come on. Go in the hole. I've also been very pleased with this. I use this almost every day, and I very much like this. These are about $5 on AliExpress and Temu, but these are very, very nice. I like it. It comes with a few different little security bits. And the first time I tried opening this was hilarious because I'm sitting here Does this ever unscrew? Oh, it's a magnet. But nice thing is it also lets you spin it, because that's can spin on your hand. And it's nice though. I like this. This is very cool. It's not titanium. It's just aluminum and steel. Okay, it says titanium, so don't pay the $8 or $9 price for the one that says it's titanium. It's not. Get the cheapest one. Should be like $3.99 or $4.99. And I would suggest people simply stop buying the MK10 nozzles and only buy E3D V6 nozzles, because the MK10 nozzles will not fit in V6 hot end, but the V6 nozzles will fit a Creality Mark 10 hot end. You'll just have a little bit more gap. That's all. Okay, so I'm just going to buy the V6 from now on. Although, depending on what you're printing, that gap could be a lot for cooling. Who is bugging me? Hey, Robert. Gotta hurry up. I'm on my live stream. It's alright. What's up? Okay, I'll call you when I'm done my stream and give you an hour to get ready, and then I'll come over. I got to see if I can get access to it. It's in my shipping containers out back. Okay. What, is it getting hot? Really? I have... Wow, I haven't turned on the air in my house yet. I mean, it's actually been, rather cool in here. Well, last night at about 8 o'clock, I had to turn on the ceiling fan. That's it. Huh. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to get it. All right. No problem. Bye. Finally got my phone number back, so my phone's all set up. It's really interesting how I have this phone set up. I have 3 cards in this phone. I have 2 SIM cards, and I have my memory card. That's one of the reasons I like this phone, is it has a triple socket SIM tray. So you could put 3 SIM cards in it, I think. Or you could put 2 SIM cards and an SD card. And that's very important to me, because I need my SD card. I have a 512 gigabyte SD card in here, and it's full. Music, audiobooks, videos, magazines, everything. But anyway, I have a stand-up wireless SIM card in here that gives me no data, but unlimited talk and text. I'm actually thinking about transferring my service to Whoop Mobile, because Whoop Mobile has an account that's $5 a month, and you get 256 megabytes of data. So you get a little tiny bit of data. And if you pay for the whole year in advance, it's $60 plus taxes and fees, and you get 768 megabytes a month. That's not bad. And you get unlimited talk and text. My second SIM card in here is from T-Mobile. T-Mobile has an available but not advertised data-only plan for $10 a month. It's actually $15 a month, but this is stand-up wireless. I would be careful with them. They used to be Hello Mobile, then they changed to Liberty Wireless, then they changed to stand-up wireless. I think they're trying to get out of the debt that they owe T-Mobile. They owe them like $20 million. I think they keep, changing names and ownership to try to get out of that debt. So I want to get my number out of their service. So I'm probably going to switch. I wish T-Mobile had a good minute talk-only plan. Now, if you don't need a whole lot of data, if 5 gigabytes of data is enough, T-Mobile has a $15 a month prepaid plan, tax inclusive, that gets you unlimited talk and text and 5 gigabytes a month of data. That's pretty good. I would be totally fine with that in most cases. In fact, I might switch to that eventually, because I only really need the 30 gigabytes on the tablet. The tablet's the only place where I need the higher amount of data. But that's Whoop, W-H-O-O-P Mobile. So I'm thinking about switching to them. I just got to make sure that they have a standard SIM card that doesn't require like login and crap. And but for my data, I have a second SIM card in the phone from T-Mobile. They have it's $15 a month, But if you set up automatic payments, it's $10 a month. So for $10 a month, plus I assume some taxes, you get 30 gigabytes of data. I never used 30 gigs of cellular data. Never. Ever. Wow. Yeah, but you see, you guys actually have a competitive market in Europe. You're obviously in Europe since you're talking pounds. So you're in the United Kingdom or Great Britain or whatever. Okay. Great Britain is the Union, and United Kingdom is one of the components of the Union, right? Did I get that right? I think Great Britain is like the United States, and United Kingdom, Ireland, and whatnot is like a state, part of the Great British Empire or something. I think I got that right. But you're talking pounds, so you're from there. You guys have much better deals on cell phone service than we do in the U.S. We're just starting to get some decent deals. And but by doing this for $17 a month, I get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and 30 gigabytes of high-speed data. Yeah. And it's actually unlimited data. It just gets deprioritized or slowed down in certain times after 30 gigabytes. But I never use 30 gigs. I track my data every month. Even on Wi-Fi last month, I only used 12 gigabytes of data. That is such a British thing to say. That's awesome. Ooh, another bit. Ooh, I didn't realize I had another bit right there. Yeah. Got to keep that handy. I tore this place apart looking for that damn bit yesterday. So I would like to get tax-inclusive plans so I can get down to $15 a month. But for my phone, I might actually switch to T-Mobile and just get rid of the second $10 plan. Because then I would only be paying $25 a month for both devices. I can afford that. But I would like to have my phone number on a reliable provider, not an MVNO. And Connect by T-Mobile is actually from T-Mobile. So I think I might actually do that. Yeah, I might actually do that. And just stop dicking around with the multi-SIM card thing. Because the reality is 5 gigabytes is enough. That's enough data. Very, very rarely do I use more than 5 gigabytes because I'm always on Wi-Fi. And if I do use more than that, well, I have this. And it's got 30 gigabytes of data. I am never going to use more than 35 gigabytes of data a month. Never. Never. Unless I'm streaming with it. You know, like just watching Netflix just because I can. I don't even have Netflix. Can't afford it. Yes. Oh, interesting. So you have a triple split. You have the United Kingdom, and then you have a subdivision of Great Britain and Ireland, and then you have a subdivision of Great Britain into England, Scotland, and Wales. Interesting. That kind of makes sense. I mean, the British Empire is an ancient empire. It used to be the world empire. So it kind of makes sense that you have a lot of lingering vestigial historical holdovers from that previous empire status. That makes sense. The split doesn't make sense to me, but I understand why there would be that complexity. Because, I mean, how old is Britain? Wow, you're not old. What the hell? The British Empire is not much older than the United States. Great Britain as a political entity formed by the Union of England and Scotland came into being May 1st, 1707. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland was formed January 1st of 1801. Wait a minute, so England There's no way. England must... That's just a political entity. There we go. England as the United Kingdom emerged in the 10th century with the first king of United England, 927 AD. That's what I thought. So your country's like 1,200 years old. Okay, 1,100 years old. Actually, in 2 years, it'll be 1,100 years old. Hey, you guys got an 1,100-year anniversary in 2 years, 2027. Nice. Yeah, I knew England was a lot older than that. Okay, so England was the original entity. Okay. And the Germanic tribes settled during the 5th and 6th centuries. So 1,500 years ago. But it got organized as a unified kingdom. So basically, like the United States was formed in the Revolutionary War. 10th century, 927 AD. Cool. Very cool. It's amazing how many people don't realize that the United States is a noob. Like, we're brand new on the scene in the world. Oh, the United States. Yeah, we're the toddlers. We have loud mouths and big guns and temper tantrums, but we're the young ones on the block. Not receiving enough video. There, it's fine. Oh, I dropped a bunch of frames. 610 frames. Oh, that was when Simplify 3D was running. Yeah, England is 1,100 years old. But that's why you have layers, because you're 1,100 years old. So as you expanded, layer upon layer upon layer. That's interesting. I did not realize that. But there's a project that I really, really want to work on for Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival, if it's possible. It might not be possible. Let me bring it up. I'm going to show it to you. This is something that I worked on like 6 or 7 years ago. And I have trouble doing two things. I'm sorry. There it is. It's one of my all-time favorite prints. It's just so... There it is. So this is a print that I made. Let's see, when was this made? This was 2018. So this was 6 years ago. Almost 7 years ago. The Fairy Queen by Magnet. So this is, her skin is Gold Krugerrand by Paramount 3D. I did switch screens, didn't I? Yes. Her skin is Gold Krugerrand by Paramount 3D. The leaf skirt is Winter Blue by Protopasta. And the wings are Ultra UV Reactive Green by Atomic Filament. Something I've wanted to do for a very long time is I want to supersize her. The legs print separately. The torso prints separately. So you print these both upside down and then glue them together, which allows you to do this, print them in separate colors. And he even now has the butterfly as a separate thing, so I might even replace the butterfly with a more detailed butterfly model. And the only thing I had to paint was the top and the hair. Knack 3D Designs actually split this apart even further. So this top is a separate piece from the body, and the hair is a separate piece that can actually be separated. And he made the skirt, the two layers of leaves, two separate prints, so he could print them in different colors. But that's really designed for if you just go to Thingiverse and search for Fairy Queen, it'll come right up. I'm on like the 4th page. But this is one of my all-time favorite prints. And I figured out with the printers that Mike is sending me, that's a 445. I can print this at, actually it's 450 by 450 by 500. I can print this at almost 600% scale, 580%. I can make her 4 feet tall. And I want to. I really want to make a 4 foot tall version of this. That is just something that would be so beautiful. I wish I could do it in all PET G, but I can't. Because the gold Krugerrand is not available in PET G. And that's the most important color, because this golden skin is just nothing short of glorious. And, well, the problem is it's going to take like 2 weeks of printing to print the thing. So definitely going to have to use a battery backup for that. And I'm going to have to try to get the CR10S5 out. Because if I have all the parts to put the CR10S5 together again, I hope I do. I really, really hope I didn't leave anything behind. But if I can get the CR10S5 going, I can print the wings in one piece. If you rotate the wings correctly at 580% scale, they're 490 millimeters. They just barely fit on a 500 by 500 bed. If I can't, I'll have to cut them in half and glue them together. And print them in 2 pieces. But this way, I could have, 4 different printers printing these parts. Like the skirt is going to be 750. That happens. You just make sure you send it back. And keep in mind, if it doesn't come from a reputable name brand, the description AAA is probably meaningless. They'll just lie. So you do have to be careful of that. Oh, I printed another one. There's another one of her right there. That looks like a failed print, though. That is a failed print. Either that or it's actively printing. I wonder what I did with that. I have no idea where that is. I didn't remember printing a second one, but there it is. It's printing right now. I gotta get these printers out, too. These printers were so good. This is before the company went bankrupt. Or they didn't bankrupt, they split. They broke apart, the people who founded it. This is from a company called TiVo. And in the rebrand, when they tried to rebrand, they made these printers, and they actually sent me both. I got the base model, and I got the top-of-the-line kitchen sink model. This is the TiVo Flash. What a wonderful machine. Just such a good quality machine. I gotta dig them out. These are machines that I should be running. Very expensive at the time, but incredibly top-notch machine. Everything is aluminum and steel. There's no plastic on here. But, yeah, I want to print a 4 foot tall version of her. Really, really badly. I want to print a really big one. I'm not going to try slicing it to show you, but the skirt can be 7.4 decimeters tall. And the other part is almost 5 decimeters tall. So it comes out to like 1.3 meters tall, or about 4 feet. Almost exactly 4 feet, just over 48 inches. So even the skirt would have to be printed in 2 pieces, but I don't care. I want to. Yeah, tornadoes are nice. I like the tornadoes. I mean, they weren't the best quality craftsmanship in the world, but they worked great. Are you serious? So it was a scam. Wow. Did you get your money back? I hope you use a reputable credit card and you were able to dispute that. Don't tell me it was one of those, 100 amp hour batteries for $30, because I don't think you would fall for that. Although the price is coming down dramatically, you can now get a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery for like $120. It's incredible how cheap it's getting. Watch, these tariffs are gonna fuck it. Wow. Yeah, the TiVo Tornado was fine. I mean, it wasn't the greatest printer. The CR10, well, okay. Some of the parts of the Tornado were better than the CR10, but the quality control of the CR10 was better. Really? Are they sending you a replacement for the bad one? Just don't let them get hot. Some of the low-grade cells really get nasty when they get hot. Now, I have two options for printing the skirt. I found a pretty nice blue. Let's see. I gotta find it. Oh, I added it to my watch list. It is. Oh, there it is, right here. Sunlu makes a twinkling PLA. It's a little bit lighter than I want. That was Atomic Filament. Hang on, let me bring them up on the screen and then I'll switch. Give me a moment. I'll bring them up. There's the blue, there's the fluorescent, and there's the Krugerrand. And then I also have this one, but I want the Krugerrand. Where's my thing? Here it is. Desktop. Why is this taking so long to load? Just load the page. It shouldn't be hard. There we go. So here's the Atomic. They don't have the exact same Atomic I use, but this is close enough. This is Atomic Filament Extreme Fluorescent Translucent UV. So that's what I'm going to use for the wings. I think the original one was more of a silk. It was opaque. It was ultra green. They had an ultra orange and an ultra green, and they don't appear to have that anymore. Let me do a search. Atomic Filament Ultra Green. Ooh, they have a bright green nylon. So there's a neon green UV. There's a neon green UV. Oh, here we go. This is it. They changed the name. They call it Extreme Bright, I think, now. Yeah, that's it. So, Atomic Filament Silky Extreme Bright Neon Green UV Reactive. That's what I used originally, and I might use that again. Just because I really liked it. But I also like this more translucent one. I actually like that quite a bit. So I might switch to this. It's the same color green, but translucent instead of opaque. So this is a silk opaque green, and this is a translucent green. So I might use that. Then here is the gold Krugerrand. This color is just absolutely amazing. Paramount 3D just makes some gorgeous filament. And then I can't use the blue. It would cost $200 in Protopasta to make the full-size skirt in blue. I can't do that. So I'm thinking about using this. It's pretty close. It's a little bit of a lighter shade, but it has the same translucency and the same sparkliness. This one's got 15% glitter, which is a big deal because that's what makes this look really nice. But it doesn't have that. This has more of a transparent glitter. while the other one is a different color. Let me show you. And there's no way that Protopasta would sponsor this. They're just not going to do that. This is the correct color, and you can see it is quite a bit nicer. That's winter blue. Now, I wonder if Tom's blue. That one was pretty close too. Ooh, Caribbean blue is pretty nice, but it's not sparkly. Infinity Blue by Das Filament. That's pretty close. That is, it doesn't have as matte a finish as Protopasta, but that's pretty damn close. I mean, that's real close. In fact, that's probably my best option. So where do I get it? – 800 grams is not regular size. 1,000 grams is regular size. So I'd have to figure out a way to get this in the U.S. Is there any U.S.? See, that Caribbean blue is not bad. It's the right color, but it doesn't have the glitter. And this is a fairy. I need the glitter. Tom's Infinity Blue Filament. Matter Hackers have it? No. Well, that's the Caribbean blue. Ice blue. Pearl blue. Nope. So why did it take me here if they don't have it? Oh, it's a sponsored link. So is there any way to get this in the U.S.? Well, the Tom's has glitter. The Tom's PLA definitely has glitter. Yep. That's almost identical to the winter blue. I mean, that's pretty damn close to the winter blue. See? See how it's loaded with that nice glitter? That's almost a spitting image of the Protopasta. But how the hell do I get it at a reasonable price? I mean, I can see if they're willing to sponsor it. They might. They're a big company. Because I would need at least 5 rolls to print that skirt. But that's a spitting image of the. It's a little shinier. It's not quite as matte, although when it prints, it looks pretty matte. But yeah, it's still a little shinier. It's a little bit shinier than the HDPLA from Protopasta. But yeah, look at this. It's $50 a roll, and I need 4. Well, maybe 3. I think I can get it down to 3. But the problem is I want to use heavy infill because I want to make sure this is not going to warp. Last thing I want to do is spend 2 weeks building a project like this just to accidentally let it get too hot and warp. That would suck. So I plan to make it pretty heavy so that it has structure so it's less likely to warp. But yeah, I would kill for this. I want to try to do this. I'm going to hit this company up, see if they're willing to sponsor a project. I'm going to hit up, I don't need to hit them up because I only need 1 roll. Because it's just for the wings. So I'll just buy the roll. And then see if Paramount 3D is willing to do the Gold Krugerrand. I wish they had a Pet G version, but that's okay. This Gold Krugerrand is such a beautiful color. I mean, just look at this. Just look at that color. It is such a beautiful color. If you haven't tried Paramount 3D filament, you should. They're on Amazon. go. So let me get you a link. It's okay to be off topic. I mean, hey, dude. I mean, how long have you? Oh, okay, you're new. I don't recognize your name, so you're not a regular viewer. We're all about off topic. We go all over the place. I try to avoid politics because that's just bad news, but beyond that, we go all over the freaking place. Newest cool cheap 3D print. How about something that's genuinely useful? Yes, I know. I have that saved. Here's the Sunlu. I erased it when I did this. The Sunlu, but it's a little too light. It's got a decent amount of glitter, but it's not the right kind of glitter. And it's a little bit lighter than I want. But it is a good alternative if I can't get nothing else. You know, that can work, even though that would still be $75 worth of plastic. But if you guys haven't tried Paramount 3D, they make some of the nicest colors available. I mean, they just make all kinds of really niche colors. Even this here, this brown, this primordial earth is beautiful. What a beautiful color. This is one of my favorites, iron red. I've printed so much iron red. Oh God, iron red is beautiful. And they tend to make it in multiple varieties. Like here's an ABS iron red. Decepticon purple is very nice. Let's see. They have Simpson yellow, Volcano orange red. Military green is nice. The black cherry is also very nice. I haven't done the Enzo red. It looks very bright. McLaren orange is nice. Black cherry is nice. We already went over that. But yeah, they're not cheap. You know, they're inexpensive. Oh, Harajuku pink. That is such a nice color. God, I love Harajuku pink. I need to do a box in Harajuku pink. Yes, I need to do a box in Harajuku. If they're willing to work with me, I gotta see if they'll send me a roll of Harajuku pink. It's such, and the gold crew. Now I want to do. Well, yeah, it's a U.S. company. That makes sense. Autobot blue is also very nice. But now I'm thinking a gold Krugerrand box with Filamentum Icelandic blue lid. Oh, that'd be so nice. Oh boy, would that be nice. Also, the gold Krugerrand with the Harajuku would be very nice. Pink and gold. This is a new color. This mid-century teal looks nice. But if you're just looking for truly unique colors that just no one else makes, and they try to Pantone match these colors, that's why it's called Simpson yellow. The Paramount 3D just makes, you know, it's either they have the color you need or they don't. But if they do, it's wonderful. Oh, they have it in Petchy. Oh, I'm saving that. They didn't have it in Petchy before. Come on. I hate when it makes me wait. Found on Amazon. I love the Harajuku pink. It's just such a pretty pink. But yeah, check out that link. Save that to you know, put it on your watch list or whatever. But this is a Colossus Copper or something new. And also they have collections you can get. Like this here, 10 colors, 500 feet. That's over a kilogram. But they have other ones too. I got a really big one once. It had like every color they had at the time. It came in like a whole box. I just had to have it. Ooh, who's doing 24% off? And now we're out of Paramount. Here's some more Paramount. Wow. Burnt titanium is a pretty color. It's only 18 bucks too. Flex PLA, that might be nice for a pair of shoes. What color is that? Is that just red or burgundy or? I gotta try to do one of these boxes in a silk filament too. I know I have some silk somewhere. I gotta find it. But yeah, I want to try to do that. I want to try to make her in 4 foot tall. If I can get Paramount 3D to sponsor it, and I'll hit up DOS Filament and see if they're willing. You know, maybe they will. Maybe they'll like a cool project like that. And then I'll get a roll of the Atomic, and I'll have to get some paints for the hair and the chest piece. But yeah, this would be beautiful. It's just something I've wanted to do. You can watch my video. You can even see that I was drooling over the idea of making a big one of these eventually. And now that I'm going to have some big printers, I can. So I'm going to hit them up and see if they're willing to sponsor it. Let's see. What else? I got to work on the rocket. I want to actually make flight hardware. I figure I'll go to one of our local launches this summer and just give the rocket to somebody for free if they agree to fly it. It'll be expensive. It'll be a $50 rocket I'll be giving away, but if I get to see it fly, that'll be worth it. I'm going to print the sandals. That's a definite. There's no question about that. In fact, I'm probably going to use the longer LK5 to do that because I want to use the 1mm nozzle. I want to really make sure it's strong enough to hold me. And if anybody else finds a well-made pair of 3D sandals like Crocs, you know, a one-piece print that is, you know, like this one here where it's angled properly like that, I guess I can check printables. I haven't checked printables in a while. What's this? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so full of it. $8.99 for a large pizza. Yeah, great deal. I'm not driving 50 miles to get a pizza. Nearest Papa John's is 53 miles away, round trip. Because everything's in Albuquerque, so it's, you know, the only option I have is Pizza Barn or Domino's. Well, there's also another one down 66, Butter Crust. I've never been there yet, though. What did I want to do? I just forgot what I wanted to do. Oh, look at printables. So we can find another pair of shoes that are nice like that. So let's do shoes. Why did you miss half of what I typed? Like it just missed the SHO. Okay. No. Those aren't too bad. Those look like Crocs. Burger shoes. That's awesome. That's great. Oh my God, Cybertruck shoes. You gotta be kidding. That's great. Oh my God. These are way too thin. That's too complex. Alright, it's got to be able to hold my fat ass, so. Papa John's makes good pizza. I mean, a lot of people shit on Papa John's, and they're just dumb. Papa John's makes good pizza. I like it. They also don't skimp on the toppings. They don't give you extra, but they don't skimp either. They use a very specific amount of toppings, and they actually test their employees. I know, I've been through it, to make sure, and they do spot checks to make sure they'll actually order a pizza. They do their own mystery shopping, and they'll order a pizza to make sure you use the right amount of ingredients. And well, there's two reasons for that. The first reason they do that, well, the second reason they do that is quality control. They want to make sure that everybody gets the same experience. If you order a Papa John's pepperoni pizza in Hong Kong or Washington, D.C., or Los Angeles, California, or bumfuck nowhere, Montana, you're going to get the same exact pizza. But also, I want to avoid going political. it's more corporate than political. Let's see, directions, your location. Yeah, it's fine. Just do. There it goes. It took it a while. 21 miles. Oh, right there, tramway. So it's a 43-mile round trip for me to go to Papa John's. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not. It's the gas to get there and back will cost more than the pizza. $10 in gas to get a $9 pizza. No. What the hell was I just thinking? I forgot what I was thinking. Whatever it was, it's gone. It's history. It's out of here. It's that's it. It's gone. But I love the yeah, you just go ahead and try to stand on that. Ow. There's no other shoes? There's got to be more shoes. Really? Actual Crocs? So you do print them vertically? Ooh. Little Caesars is okay. They're cheap pizza, and that's fine. I wanted to try the new Parmesan stuffed crust pizza from Domino's, but it's only available in medium, and medium is such a bad deal. Okay, do you talk about sizing? He did. So, oh, it looks like he has big feet like me. So 110% to get the 47. Okay. Yeah, I would rather have Crocs, and they do print like that. Good. 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 Well, I'm using Witchcraft Voodoo, so I don't need support. I would much rather have a pair of Crocs. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go. We have to be careful. I don't want to cause the video to stutter too much. Okay. A little bit, getting pushed a little bit doing this. It's only a Core i5. Let's see, extract all. Let's get rid of all this extra crap I don't need. And then just call it Crocs. Okay, so Crocs 1 and 2. I can actually just use 1 and mirror it. Well, first of all, let's get rid of all this. Let's bring it into Prusa Slicer and make sure it doesn't have any errors. Yeah, I know, the off-road strap. First thing I do is I tear that off. It's so annoying. So let's bring this into here. 1 shell, no errors detected. Good. Wait, this is a reproduction of a Croc, too. Hell yeah. So we go 110% to get my size. That's a bit of a thin bottom for a Croc. A Croc is not that thin. Well, maybe. Oh, maybe it is that thin. Okay. Oh, I was looking at my crock. Okay, okay, that thin. Let's. The video might stutter a little bit when I do this. So for example, he says he's using 20% infill, so I'm going to use 40% infill. Although I probably don't have to because I'm using a 1mm nozzle. Oh no, he used 15% infill. And I'm not using gyroid because that just fucking tears the slicer apart. It goes crazy when I try to use gyroid. Okay, that looks pretty decent. This might stutter a bit when I do this, so be ready. Now it doesn't look like there's much there, but that's because I'm using a 1mm nozzle with 3 walls. So that's 6mm of plastic right there. It might actually be better to print this with a 0.8mm nozzle because cause like right here there's only 4, well, that's 4 walls. That's plenty. 4 walls is plenty. I just don't want to be short on wall count. I don't want it creating little islands like this. I want to avoid that as much as I can. 4 walls is plenty. Now the question is, I didn't realize that there was that much shape bottom shoe like that. Boy, this PC really is struggling. I didn't realize it had that kind of a shape to it. Huh. I wonder if he took some license with that. Now, what's the base print look like? Fine. That's more than enough. Okay. I'm going to print a crock. Yep. I'm printing a crock. If I can get, well, this is going to take 500 grams, which means I need to lower the amount of infill just a little bit. Let's go infill. We're going to do 22%. Infill, 22%. I got to get it under 500 grams so that I can print with 1 kilogram of plastic. Now, on what kind of a shoe you want. Other plastics that you probably should be using to print a shoe. I'm a fat guy. I'm 6'4" tall and 460 pounds. So the high stiffness of regular 95A TPU is what I actually need to use. Because otherwise it just won't last with me. I would like to get rid of some of these holes. Well, no, you need those holes. I gotta see if he'll model the Baya clogs. I like the Baya clogs. But, although I want to use croc charms. So this will let me use croc charms. Well, that's the thing. I'm going to use 95A because I can print that on any printer and that will be like soft rubber when someone my size steps on it. For a normal person under 200 pounds, these are going to be pretty stiff in 95A. So you might want to use like below 70A, but that requires the right hardware to be able to print that. Because not only is that stuff very expensive, but you don't want a failure. Because if you get a failure with filament that you spent, $100 on, you're going to be an upset little critter. But they do make filaments that really are like soft rubber. And they are, especially if you use a high infill count to give you that cushioning, They would work very, very well. But they're expensive and they're extremely difficult to print with. Printing a crock out of TPU makes sense because I can print this crock for less than what it costs to buy this crock. It's about the same price. I get these on sale for $21 a piece, a pair. And these are the Baya medical clogs, so they're all sealed because they're designed to work in a hospital environment. And they also have these inserts on the bottom that improve traction and decrease wear and tear. So the foam doesn't wear out as quickly because it has these inserts. Regular Crocs don't have that, and I wear them out in 3 months. If you're a lighter weight person, if you're a normal weight person, I can get regular TPU very cheaply. Let's see. Let me show you. Let me close this because it's really making the CPU work hard. That particular model, especially. Let's see, Amazon TPU filament. Plus, I can print 2 pairs for free because I have 2 rolls of TPU. That's G. Why would you show me that? Okay, so $24. Now this is more money. It's $25, but it's transition color. Now that would be a badass pair of Crocs. This is 1 kilogram, but it's I think it's 250 kilograms each. Here you go, 1954. So for $20, I can print. Ooh, TPU silk. Ooh, I could print those for $20, which is less than what it costs to buy a pair of Crocs. $20, $20. Ooh, clear blue. Now that would make a cool pair of Crocs. Damn. Actually, I think this is the TPU I have. It's very wet. I gotta put it in a dryer. I like that clear blue. And I believe they have Harajuku pink in TPU. I believe Paramount 3D has a Harajuku pink in TPU. So yeah, you can print out a pair of shoes for $20. You guys can do it for less because you won't have to use as much infill as I do. Here's some 85A for $32. That's not bad. Now I don't think I have a printer. I do have one printer that can print this, but that printer doesn't have a print volume large enough to print this. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I have to remember to look at the screen. No, the oh, I never changed screens so you guys can see the TPU because I'm an idiot. No, this is a tougher plastic insert. This is like a foam. I can push in on it. This is a much harder plastic. So these are called the Baya clog, and because of hygiene and whatnot, they don't have any openings. So if there's a splash of fluids on the floor, it's not going to get into your shoe. They also have a deeper cup. See how they have a much deeper cup. This is because you don't want to see the inside. That's because I wear a barefoot. You don't want to see that. So they're all sealed. There's no openings, and they have these inserts in the bottom. They're $30 on Amazon. I just wait. I have like 6 pair of these, brand new in the bag. I just wait until they go on sale for $21 or $22, and I buy them. One of you guys bought me a pair once too, because I wear these out in 3 or 4 months. Just because I'm heavy, I wear them out quick. But yeah, these are my favorites. It doesn't come out. I've never had it come out, but this is an insert that they add to the shoe. You can actually see. It's actually a separate piece of material. There it goes. And for durability, these are the best. Well, maybe I can fix that. Because the regular Crocs have a low lip too. The Baya clogs have a much deeper cup. So I'm going to see if I can... we'll see if he's willing to modify them. I also want to close off these holes on the side on the model. I don't want those holes there because we have sticker bushes and goat heads here, and they go in through those sides and they hurt. Low heel. Well, usually, let me show you. You can see. You can see how thin the heel is in the back here. This part here. You cannot see because I'm not showing you. You can see how it looks like it has a thick heel in the back here because of the strap. The strap makes it look like it has a thick heel, but it actually doesn't. This cup is actually pretty small. That actually doesn't look that bad. That's not that bad. While these, the Baya clogs, B-A-Y-A, these have a much deeper cup. So they sit on your foot a lot better. You don't need the 4x4 strap. You go off-roading, you're fine. But it should be possible for me to edit that, to alter that a little bit. And I might actually print one in PLA first, just to get the sizing right, and then just print a single one and just find a crap roll of black PLA that I'm never going to use. Well, yeah, because I'm not wearing regular Crocs. This is a regular Croc. So, am I on the right screen? No, I'm not. Desktop. There we go. So, Crocs. Alrighty. Bistro. I'm sorry. Bistro clog. Baya or Bistro. So here's your classic Croc. Although I'm not a fan of the fact that he doesn't have as much of a tread on the bottom as real Crocs do. They're a good model, but I would like a better tread. Here's your stand. You can see it's got a pretty shallow heel cup in the back there. But then you look at this one, look how much taller the heel cup is. So from here to here. You can see it's a much, much taller heel cup compared to this very short heel cup on a regular pair of Crocs. So I prefer the, you can't get them in too many colors, sadly. That sucks. Every now and then I'll get a nice color, but I usually get the 1412. I found out that my size is 1513, but 14, these actually stretch over time. So while this fits perfect when I get it, after about a month, they don't fit perfect anymore. So I buy the 1412. They're a little snug, but as they loosen up, they fit perfect. So that's the size I get. Whoa, those are pretty cool. Expensive, but cool. This one's got an even taller cup. Wow, I didn't even know that was available. Oh, cool. They have a pattern. Ha ha ha, that's cool. Not worth that price. Well, it's certainly not worth $50. Jesus. I wonder if anybody else has... He calls it Crocs, so let's do a search for Crocs. Was that Santa Claus shoes? Yes, it was. Finger toys. Let's do a search for Crocs. Okay, there's a pair of Crocs. We'll look at that. The one I downloaded is pretty nice, though. The Voronoi Crocs are pretty slick. Croc rivets. Give someone a kick. Croc soap holder. Oh, God. I think they call them giblets. WLED powered Crocs. Now that's pretty slick. Oh God, a rear wing. Oh my God. Oh man. I like Crocs. Oh, here's the alligator one, the ones that actually look like crocodiles. Ow. Ooh, a wall mount for Crocs. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's the one that we have. What I'm looking for is to see if anybody's modeled the deeper one. Most of this is charms. I like the bulldozers, the plows. That's cute. Claw Crocs, very cute. I like that. It's like the what do you call those ninja shoes where the gloves and the shoes have the blades on them? Oh, kitty cat. Come on, somebody's gotta have. I'm willing to guess somebody. A croc. Oh, give me a break. The croc balls. Oh my God. I'm actually going to print a set of these for my car, but instead of using balls, I'm going to use 2 wire nuts because it's an electric car. Yeah, I'm doing that. I have to. I just have to. That's just too good an idea not to do. Why is it showing me this stuff? Crosses. Why did it switch to crosses? Rock croc. Chubby croc. Oh, the SpaceX capsule croc charm. So nobody's made... I can ask the guy. He has the original file, so it might be pretty easy for him to do. Just fill in the holes and... At least the side holes. I want the top holes just because I want to play around with croc charms, but I want these side holes filled in. I can do that. I can fill those side holes in. But raising up the heel would be a little harder. I guess that's it. You know, I don't want a 3D scan. Those never come out quite right. These 2 guys appear to have actually modeled these. I didn't open that. It opened the wrong listing. So let's see what... Okay, oh, he's printing these nose down. That's a weird way to print them. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Let's see here. I don't like that one. This is awesome. I just love the idea of this. Just the idea is just awesome. Oh, it did open it. See, this is actually not bad. I like that. It's simple. I like simple. Why design it myself if somebody else has already made it? Oh, yeah, this is it. This is the claw one. Okay, that's pretty sharp. I like that. I actually like that a lot. Is this from the same guy? No. Makerverse Designs Crocs. Well, I'm going to download it. We'll have to see how big it is, because I have to figure out how to scale it. But I like that a lot. That's cool. Yeah, I want to print that. If you like Thundercats, this is cool. Yeah, it is the same one. So 110%. Well, 112%. That's just cool. And this one will be a lot easier to edit to deepen that cup in the back too. And I can fill those holes in easily. Yeah, I think I want to print this one. But I want to print the original Crocs too. I got 2 rolls of TPU, so I'm probably going to do 2. Someone has to pay for the poop. Oh. Well, the first time I wore a pair of Crocs was pure coincidence. I was searching on eBay and I just typed in orange shoes. And I saw this bright orange pair of Crocs pop up, you know, kind of like that. Except bright orange. And I got them and I was like, they look weird, but they're orange, so I love them. And the interesting thing that happened that sold me on Crocs permanently was the next day when I went to work, my feet didn't hurt. I was having a problem where my feet were hurting real bad. And it turns out that the problem I'm having is that your foot has an arch. And because of how heavy I am, I crush my own arches. Like my feet flatten out because I'm so heavy. And the material that Crocs are made of, first of all, the inside here is molded. And when you know, it has a built-in arch. And when I crush these, this part and this part crush more than this part. And because this stuff is flexible, the more you crush it, the harder it pushes back. And so this material is tough enough to push back and force my foot to maintain an arched shape. And so when I wear Crocs, my feet don't hurt. I'm not talking about I get tired. I'm talking about the pain is so extraordinary that after about 20 minutes, I can't do it anymore. I have to stop. I have to, wherever I'm at, I have to sit. I have to take the weight off my feet. And ever since I started wearing these, I'm a lifetime subscriber now. I used to wear Holy shoes. They're called Holy, Holey, because they couldn't use the name Crocs. They're basically a ripoff of Crocs, another version of Crocs. And they were like half the price of Crocs, but then they went out of business. And then I went to the Walmart brand of the knockoff for Crocs. But then Walmart got greedy, and they started making them cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And eventually Walmart made their version of the shoes, because they were $5. They made them so thin that they no longer provided arch support. My feet hurt just like a regular pair of shoes. So now the only ones I can really wear are Crocs. But I can't afford Crocs regular price, so I have to wait until they go on sale. And I have to buy as many as I can when they do go on sale. I have a trash can outside. It's filled with Croc bags. It's got like 8 pair of Crocs in it. And because I have to have enough to go at least 2 years, because it might take that long for me to find another sale that I can afford. And because I can't be without them. I can't. Unless I don't want to walk anywhere. But yeah, so after that, I just got stuck on Crocs. They literally changed my life. You know, I can now walk as much as I want. But they wear out quickly. And I've always wanted to print my own. I really, really like these claw Crocs. Yeah, I want to print these. I want to get rid of that logo. I'll put it somewhere else, because I think they have the right to have the logo on there. But I'll get rid of that logo and put like the Thundercats logo on there. That would look pretty cool. Panthera. Yeah. Print them in blue and make a set of Panthera Crocs. Yeah. That's just awesome. That is cool. All I gotta do is make that heel cup taller. Let me ask them. Worst they can do is say no. Cosmic Nimbus. Is there any way to message? I don't remember purchasing a navy color version of this. I need the non link. This one. I thought it was Baya. Maybe both? Those are cool too. No, I guess it's Bistro. Well, worst he can do is ignore me or say no, so we'll see. I can always add these holes if I want to add those holes. Oh, this is the other one I was looking at. That looks pretty crude. There's a nice design. I also like the fact that it's nice and thick, so I could put a lot of infill there. But I'd much rather go with the Claw Crocs. The Claw Crocs are awesome. They are awesome. Let us know if he replies and mods them. Cool. Let's just real quick see if there's anything else. Spurs. I've seen Spurs before. Oh God, F you. Come on. Be so crass. A salter attachment for the snowplow Crocs. That's awesome. Oh my God, that's so cool. Swimming croc? I guess you put it in the water? someone made a cross-section model like I did with the I made a complete model of the Creality hot end. Here's the V6 hot end. Cool. I'm gonna grab that. I like that. I always grab the all models, even when it's one model, because it comes in a zip file, and that zip file includes basically a copy of this page, including the license agreement. So I've always found that to be pretty important. But let's. Oh, of course, I wasn't showing you all that. Of course, I wasn't. Because I'm an idiot. But let's open some of these tabs again. This is what I was looking at, the V6 cross section model. Did I switch? Yes. So this is like the model that I made for the Creality hot end, except this is for the E3D V6 hot end. So that's pretty cool. I want to print that. Eventually. Not now. I got other things to print now. Bistro Croc 3D model. I never thought to do that. That's some chunky platforms. Yeah, see here you added the raptor claws to it. The other ones just got built-in claws. So 3D model didn't work, so STL. So that's the one I already have. I haven't checked Baker World. Okay, that's one that we already have. So let's do Crocs. I like the Voronoi Crocs. Those are kind of cool. Why do you keep... Stop it. Whatever you are, go away. Turbo. Nice. Kids Crocs. Croc size 43. It's regular Crocs. Regular Crocs. Regular... Oh, those are a deeper cup. But they're tiny. It's a pain in the ass, and sometimes those plugs can rub on your feet inside and actually cut you, you know, not cut you, but abrade the skin. So I could only do that if I'm wearing socks. I'd have to make sure I'm wearing socks, otherwise the top of my foot's going to rub on those charms. It's part of the reason why I've never used any charms. Plus, the shoes that I get don't have holes. The one thing that's kept me away from multicolor printing, oh God, Croc Walker shoes, that's awesome. That's just cool. What's kept me mostly away from multicolor printing, besides the fact that I can't afford anything like a bamboo, that's the main reason. But if I had the money to buy a bamboo, I probably wouldn't, because it's too small. It's way too small. You want me to buy an AMS system? It needs to have at least minimum a 400 by 400 bed. Minimum. Because otherwise, you use more plastic in purges and pooping than you do in the actual print you're making. So I would either want a tool changer. For a smaller printer, it would have to be a tool changer. Or it would need to be a large enough printer where I can put, 10 copies of whatever I'm making on there and print 10 copies at once, which will reduce the amount of waste versus model. Because it's not per model waste, it's per color change waste. So when you change color, you do it once for all the models, not once per model. Oh, there's the cosmic ones, the claw crocs. Aw, that's cute. Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. If you don't like Hello Kitty, you suck. Shrek Croc Charms. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, it would be okay for something like this, the waist, because it's so small. You're not going to do that many color changes. Especially if you make the multicolor one layer, because then you do one purge per color. And you could also print, 20 of these on the bed at once. And little rubber ducky. Oh, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. Let me. I kind of went crazy with the ducky thing. I just thought it was cute, so I said, why not? Wait and see what I'm going to have. If the shorts fit. Sometime today. Yep, sometime today. Boy, does that take a long time. You're a pain in my butt. Why is this so slow? Man, is this slow. Go away. You're a nag. Really? I can't open that in a new window? You dumbass. Why would you not let me open it in a new tab? Wow. Now, a Cobra 2 Max with an Ace unit, that would be pretty cool. It's not that the nozzle's longer, it's the gap between the nozzle and the cutter. They put it above the heatsink instead of above the nozzle, like Bamboo does. That's the reason Bamboo did that, was to avoid that problem. Would you let me open the goddamn thing? Come on. Don't be a pain in the ass. And I can't open it in a new tab. And I can't drag and drop it. Why are you an asshole? So I just have to keep duplicating the tab? so I can open up each in a new window? What a pain in the ass. Boy, that's a real pain. $350 is not too bad, but what I'm just gonna do is well, first of all, it doesn't matter. I don't have the money, and I'm not a big enough presence for them to send me free printers. Um, well, yeah, because you're changing the color at the AMS instead of at the printer. I know I haven't shown you yet because I'm showing a lot of stuff I don't want you to see yet. So I'm waiting until I get it all loaded, and then I'll switch over and show you. So be patient, my dear victims. Be patient. Did you just not do what I asked you to do? You just ignored me? I'm gonna kick your ass. Why this site is being so ornery? Okay, I think it's finally starting to load. It's finally deciding to not be a douche nozzle. Come on, there's one more. See, that's still too small. 320 by 320 by 400. That's good size, CR10 size. But for me to spend that kind of money, I want 4 by 4. Because it's amazing. The difference from 300 to 300 to 400 by 400 is huge. But that is good, though. That is good. They do make a big one. I think the problem is speed, but I don't care about speed. I don't need it to go fast. I just need it to be multicolor, where I don't have to sit there at the damn printer and change out the colors manually, because that's a pain in the butt, and I'd prefer not to do that. What are you doing? Why are you taking so long? Come on. This just should not be long. I don't know why this is taking so long. That's actually not that bad, though. 320 by 320 by 400. That's not bad. Can you use a turtle box on any printer that runs Clipper? I don't know. What's a turtle box? Well, the problem is you need a cutter. That's the problem. You need a cutter. You gotta cut the filament. What I need to do is just wait till the tool changes of it. Because tool changer is the solution. Well, there, it's finally trying to load. Oh, God. Oh, an open AMS, huh? That's cool. Let me search for that. Turtle box. 3D. Box turtle. What is taking so long? Come on. Why? I don't know why my internet's having such a hard time. Am I maximizing the bandwidth? Oh, I might be. Got a lot of drop frames. Another rabbit hole. Yeah, I like rabbit holes. We can switch now, though. Okay, that looks sharp. God damn, that looks sharp. That is very pretty. Green and gold is hot. Yeah, nah. The green and gold. That is shit. Wow. Looks like Sin City. Very, very cool. Expensive, but very cool. Wow. So, I got a duck shirt, duck shorts, duck hat, duck socks, and duck lanyard. And then I also got duck with sunglasses. And then I also got black ducks. Sadly, I can't get the pink ducks. They're not available. Which really sucks because that looks cool too. I want all the ducks. I don't know why. I want ducks. I wish someone would do this with squirrels. I want squirrels. I like squirrels. Still, that's not bad. That's, I mean, if I were in the market to buy something like this, I would want to spend the $300 to get this. This is beautiful. Truly beautiful. Wow. Whoever their colorway designer is, they hit it out of the park. I mean, even the little effect with the light at the end there, just wow. Good job. I mean, I'd be proud of that. That's just beautiful. What a nice job. Very, very nice. I'm actually impressed. That's very nice. Yeah, gibbets. That's what it's called. Croc gibbets. See, I wouldn't mind having a multicolored printer just to for stuff like this. Yeah, trash pandas. I love raccoons. Raccoons are awesome. And so are possums. I like possums too. And they eat a lot of bugs. Um, but being able to do little stuff like this in multicolor, even just simple things like this that are such a pain in the ass to do manually, although it's a little bit easier with a direct drive. Wow, that's nice. I wouldn't mind having a multicolor printer just to be able to do little stuff like this. It would be fun. It would be nice. But, I don't have one, so it is what it is. Yeah. Good luck keeping that from breaking. Whoa! Someone did the multicolor TPU already. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Okay, and I definitely need to print the shoes one at a time, not together. I like the fact that they're both different. I really like the fact that they're both different. Oh, that is freaking cool. I was going to print them both at the same time, but now after seeing this, no way. No way. You print them separately so you get the different transitions. Wow. Okay, if the first pair print okay, I gotta pony up the cash to get a roll of this stuff. It's like $30. That is, damn it, that's sharp. Wow. That's impressive. I am actually impressed. Like this here, could you imagine trying to do manual filament swaps just to do that? So just being able to do something like that automatically would be really nice. And then what I would do is I would print 30 of them. You know, just do them all at once. And then give them away to people, you know, print extras just to avoid the waste, and then, you know, sell them for, I don't know, $2 a set at the show or something like that, just to get rid of them. But that would make me more likely to print this kind of stuff. Because right now it's just such a, for a one-off thing, okay, sure. But to do a bunch of them, man, that's a pain in the ass. Oh, that's something else I'm going to print. Someone made an articulated banana. And let me show you. Yeah, I have to print this. Downloads. All right, where is it? Slide shoes. Squirrel. I want to do the wood carved squirrel. Where is the articulated banana? Articulated banana. Extract all. So this, once it loads, it's literally an articulated banana. It's got articulated legs. I'm going to print that as big as I can. Matter of fact, how big can I print that? Let's see. We're going to do the Anycubic Chiron. Actually, I can do it on the Neptune 3 Max that I'm going to have. 3.3, bottom layer 2 is fine. Outline is fine. I don't need 10%. I don't like rectilinear. But I think 12% will be fine. I could probably use no infill. Let's see. How big can we make this? The H2D is nice because of how much it can do. And of course, it's bamboo. The Prusa XL, if you get the tool changer, that's really nice. So I can make them that big. So 426. And I can actually stretch that if I want to. So let's make them 450. Let's make them 480. Yeah, that'll work. So I can print him 480 millimeters tall. I thought this printer had 450 by 450 by 500 build volume. It's only 420. I don't remember what my Chiron is. Is my Chiron 400 or 420? I'll have to look. But yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna print that for the Maker Faire just because it's an easy print and it just looks freaking awesome. How much filament? If you already have an AMS, it might be worth it. Oh, it's over a kilogram. Wow, that's a lot of plastic. So that does not need that much infill. Especially if I use PETG. Actually, I'm going to shave that off. I'm pretty sure I don't need any infill for this. I should be able to print infill for the legs and then no infill for the rest. So tools, variable. Let's put it right here. So at 32, add. And then once we get above 32, turn off the additions and turn off the infill. And that saves me 450 grams of filament. Almost 500 grams of filament. So, yep, that'll do. Cool. Okay, actually I might as well export this. Desktop. Articulated banana. Neptune 3. I'm probably going to want to lower the weight. Yeah. Let's go 0.2. Just to make sure these overhangs print nice and the banana looks nice. I'm hesitating. I understand. Nice. Yeah, they get fat. Raccoons get fat. And it lowers the filament count even more, 582 grams. So, articulated banana, Neptune 3. And now let's save the factory file so I can make the changes later. Articulated banana, Neptune 3. Good. That's going to be a fun print. Kids are going to love that, just to be able to play with it. This is kind of dumb, but it's also kind of freaking cool too. And I kind of want to do it because I can. It's rotary Rolodex for sauce packets. It's really dumb, but there's just something about it that says, I want to print that. I'd like to figure out a way to do it without the M3 hardware, although it doesn't look like it needs much. But there's just something, I don't know, there's just something interesting about that I want to print it for some reason. Just fill it with Taco Bell mallet packets and have a second one filled with all of my horsey sauce and Arby's sauce from Arby's. Because there's just, I don't know, there's just something cool about that. It's so dumb but so cool. And it looks like other people think it's pretty cool too. It says makes, comments 12. Yeah, you're right. There are some things that just no one is ever gonna make, but a 3D printer makes it possible. If I had to pick between the Prusa XL and the H2D, is that what you're asking? I love this orange. That is a nice orange. I'm going to stop printing on that until I get the replacement nozzle though, because it's pooping all over it. Yes. Okay, so there, got it. Deciding between the H2D and the Prusa XL. What's the build volume of the Prusa XL? Pretty sure it's big. It's not small. .360 by 360. Oh, 60 cubed. Not bad. Now, why couldn't they just go to 400? Why couldn't they just go to 400? So that anything designed for a CR10 was printable on it. By being 40 millimeters short, anything designed for a CR10 is going to be 40 millimeters too tall. That's annoying. It wouldn't have taken much effort to make this 40 millimeters taller. But 360 cubed is nice. And for me, this would be mandatory. I wouldn't even bother unless I got the 5 tool head version. So I wouldn't even bother. Without the 5 tool heads, I'm not even going to bother. I would pick the Prusa XL. If the H2D, some people predicted it was going to come with a fiber laser, which I was like, yeah, right. Nope, it's a blue laser. If it was a fiber laser, I might pick the H2D. But since it's just a blue laser, I pick the Prusa XL. But that's only because I have a use for a fiber laser. Because you can engrave metal very well with a fiber laser. You can do a lot with a fiber laser that you can't do with a blue laser. But ignoring the laser, since I have plenty of laser cutters and laser engravers, there's no question. It's hands down the Prusa XL. I mean, there's not even a debate. But that's because I want to do toolhead multicolor and I want a large print volume. 360 cubed is a large print volume, and that's a 5 tool toolhead. If I had $3,500, I'd buy one like that. I mean, it'd be no question. And in fact, extra $600? Why not? Just get the fully assembled one for $4,200, $4,100. Yeah, if I'm already spending $35, I'm just gonna spend the $6 and have them send me an assembled one. Why not? And I would ask them to put 0.6 millimeter. I'd probably have them put 0.6 millimeter nozzles on it. I think go 0.6 millimeter all across the board. Just all 0.6. Although with a 5 tool head, can you do multicolor mix with multiple nozzle sizes? Can the slicers handle that? Because it would be interesting to have. Well, this one, 360 cubed, it'd be interesting. I kind of wish it had 6 tool heads. No, because the color is usually 3, so that's fine too. The 5's fine. Because it'd be interesting to do 3.8 nozzles, 1.6 nozzle, and 1.4 nozzle. But that would make multicolor difficult. But that would be interesting, especially for monocolor prints. It would be interesting to mix nozzle sizes, so you can use the 0.8 or a 1 millimeter where detail doesn't matter. And oh yeah, of course, it would be because I mean you're not gonna ship that. That's what I mean. Can the slicer handle that? Because that'd be pretty cool to use a 0.8 where to go fast. But then when you have a high detail location where you need details, then you use 0.4. Like I could even see if it has a quick change nozzle. Do they have quick change nozzles? Because that would be really nice if they had quick change nozzles. Because I would then go, like, I would put white PET G with a 1 millimeter nozzle or a 0.8 millimeter nozzle, and then the other 4 would be 0.4 millimeter nozzles or 0.6 millimeter nozzles. So that the colors would have high detail, but the bulk of the print would be the 0.8 or 1 millimeter nozzle, which would dramatically improve print speed. Because when you're not printing colors, when you're just printing bulk, you're using the 1 millimeter or the 0.8 and doing it really fast. And the only problem is that I do a lot of vase mode intermixing, vase mode and regular mode, and Prusa Slicer doesn't do that. It doesn't let you do that. There's ways around it. But yeah, I would pick the Prusa XL. If I had the money, yeah. If it wasn't about money, it was just which one do you want, there's no question, Prusa XL. I want a tool head. And it's got a big enough print volume to be worth my time. If this was a Mark III size print volume, I wouldn't bother. You're wasting your time. Why would you spend that kind of money on something with such a small print volume? But with 360 cubed, yeah, I would do that. They should do an XXL version, 360 by 360 by 400. That magic number is 400 because there are so many 400 millimeter printers out there that a lot of people design for the 334 spec. I know I do. I design specifically for the 334 spec because that's a common build volume. So Prusa always does this, where they have one of their. I think this is the first time where it wasn't stupidly arbitrary. Well, I shouldn't say stupidly arbitrary. No problem, dude. Oh yeah, I don't blame you for hesitating. It's a lot of money. It's $3,500. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Why only 4? Why does everybody only offer 4? You know, offer a 6 color so it's just more space efficient. Instead of having to stack boxes to get more than 4. But probably to stay compatible with the look of the AMS and ACE units, and then also the supply train for offering 2 would be more expensive. Bamboo's kind of set the standard, so they're doing that. You know, how many people need 6 to justify that supply train when you could just add a second 4 unit? Because now they need a whole new set of parts, a whole new set of equipment, a whole new set of print files, a whole new set of couplers and interchange code. Yeah, they sometimes do that. That's why phone plans, they're either cheap with no data or expensive with data. There's nothing in that sweet spot because they know that's where everybody is. So they know you're going to bump up to the expensive spot. Yep, they do the same thing. Well, that's... I don't fully agree with you, Big Bad Joe. I see your point, and there is some of that. But there's also logic on the other side. You have to remember that you're a 3D printing enthusiast. You're a DIY enthusiast. People like you, people like me, are used to doing it ourselves. Okay? Where I can make this as customizable as I want. Because all I have to do is do it once. And then you can print whatever you want. I'm even designing my own Gridfinity base because I think the current Gridfinity base is stupidly inefficient. Why can't you put 2 4 rolls? They can stack. So why can't you put 2 4 rolls on top? So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here, I hate this Gridfinity base. This Gridfinity base is a pain in the ass. Wow. Wow. $800 savings? Good for you, dude. Well, design something to address that. That's no big deal. Plus, I wouldn't stack them anyway. I would have a shelf above the printer and them side by side. That's what I would do. Nice. So, I love the idea of Gridfinity, and I haven't done Gridfinity yet because I've had no value purpose for doing Gridfinity. Now I do. It works perfectly inside these drawers for keeping stuff separated inside my little drawers for my printhead. I had to make my own box because I used his vase mode box, but I redesigned the bottom because his didn't have the magnet holes. So I redesigned it with the magnet holes, and they're still vase mode compatible. Yeah, $2,700 for the 5-tool head. It's just too bad I don't have that kind of money. My pickup truck costs less than that. I paid $1,400 for my pickup truck. Wow, that's a lot of money. But I love the idea of the magnets, and I want the magnets, but I hate this implementation because it uses these stupidly little tiny 6x2mm magnets, and you need 8 of them for every drawer because you need 4 in the base and 4 in the bin. So to do this all up, that's what? That's 128 magnets for one drawer. Are you nuts? That's stupid. So I'm going to redesign them. I haven't settled on the size yet. I got to see how big all this is. Matter of fact, I can check one thing if I can find it. Really? I misplaced the tape measure again? Me and this tape measurer, we're going to have words. I am so tired of not knowing where this goddamn tape measure is gone. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. I took it in there. Yeah, it's a lot, but that's a nice machine. That's a nice machine. Then now, doesn't that, there's a Kickstarter for a tool changer, which means they're starting to think about manufacturing them. Eventually, someone like, well, hopefully not Bamboo, because I don't want it to be closed source. If it's $4,000 from Prusa, it'll be less than $2,000 from a Chinese manufacturer. So what we gotta wait for is for someone like Creality to decide it's worth investing the time into making a tool changer. You know, Creality or Elegoo or Anycubic. Once one of those companies start making a tool changer, the price will come down very quickly. Wow. That's right, you're going to have the markup because there's shipping on that too. Wow. You got it for half price almost. Good deal, dude. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to put the magnet in the bin, not in the shelf, because I don't want the shelf attracting all kinds of other random crap. And it's going to be a single 12mm magnet because I can get them affordably in bulk. Okay? So it's going to be a 12x2 or 12x1 magnet in the center of the drawer. Why in the drawer? Because you need a magnet on one half, and that also means if I take this drawer out and put it on my metal table, it will stay put. Because the last thing you want to do is and then all those nuts are all over the freaking place, okay? So if this is metal, then, you know, even if it moves, it's just going to move a little bit if I bump it, okay? So that's important to me. And then in here, as soon as I can find them in bulk for cheap enough, I got to check to see how big this is. Oh, this is 42mm. So a 25mm will fit in here. I could just use fender washers. Instead, I will glue a fender washer into the bottom of the drawer. Now, there's a couple reasons I want to use a fender washer. Is because I think the fender washer might be big enough that if you stick one in here with the 4 magnets, it might still attach to the fender washer. So it'll be backwards compatible if you already have this kind of bin. But this way, all I have to do is put a cheap fender washer in each of these slots and a single magnet on each bin. So now I'm going to use 8 washers and 8 magnets instead of 128 magnets. Forget about the price. Just the work to install 128 magnets. And if you get one backwards, with the way I'm doing it, the direction of the magnet doesn't matter. Because the magnet's pole doesn't matter when it's attaching to metal. So yeah, I'm going to put fender washers in the bottom of the drawer, and a 12 to 15 millimeter, maybe a bigger one. We'll see how cheap the big ones are. Because a 20 millimeter magnet would be really nice, because that'll hold on good. Yeah, the Wonder Make. That's okay. Well, it depends on how much cheaper. But, if it's close to the price of a Prusa, then I'd rather buy the Prusa. If the Prusa's $4,000 and the Wonder Make is $3,500, I'm buying the Prusa. Because I trust Prusa. They're too new to trust with that kind of money. But, if they're like $1,500, okay, let's talk. Well, I can, but, the market will talk. But, so yeah, I like the Gridfinity, but I'm going to redesign for a single magnet in the bin and a washer in the bottom, and then you'll have the magnet to hold it in, and also because this has the magnet, it will stick to a metal table, so it won't go anywhere. But yeah, as soon as I realized, I was like, so if I want to do one of these with 3 drawers, I need 400 magnets. No! That's dumb. I'm sorry, Zach, or whoever it is that came up with the magnet idea. That's dumb. There is no reason to need that many magnets. That's insane. That's ludicrous. No. No. I love these things so much. Oh, for the Fairy Queen, Prusament is also an option. It's not as sparkly, but that's pretty damn close to winter blue. So worst case scenario, I could go with Prusament for the blue skirt for the Fairy Queen. But that's basically it. So my current projects are to work on the also, I'm going to make the final print. I printed out a template. Even though I can't afford to buy it yet, I'm going to stop by Home Depot when I visit Michelle next Tuesday, and make sure that I have the dimensions of the post correct for mounting my light pole to the yard. And I think I'm going to make the final print. I think I've made the final modifications. I only have one modification left to do, and that's for the new lights, the spider lights that I made, what we made from that light kit. I still have to finish that. I haven't found an elegant way to do it yet. I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm going to have to make a C channel and just put it in the C channel. I just don't like if the wires were white, it wouldn't be so bad. But that black wire just being zip tied across the top of the unit, it just looks so ugly. And I'm having so much fun with this light that I want to do it nice. So I'm going to keep working on coming up with a way to route the wires to the ends of the arms correctly. And but I want to get the final version of that printed for Rocky Mountain Rep Rap, because that has to go with me. Probably not in time for Rep Rap, because I only got 2 months and that's just not enough time. But I'd also like to try making Captain Planet larger. I'd like to make him 6 foot tall eventually, so I want to do that eventually. But I got to get the rocket done. I got to get the toolboxes done. I've got to finish editing the files for the bottom chest so I can upload them for you guys to print. Has anybody printed a toolbox yet? If you do print one, send me a picture or post a make. Post a make on the site. I love seeing people post makes, because that tells me that people actually like what I made, and so those really mean a lot. I'm gonna contact Polymaker, see if they want to sponsor the Christmas lights. Make a couple of those to bring with me, and plus I'd like to have a set for my yard. um, what else? That's it. The rocket, the banana guy, the toolboxes, and I'd like to attempt, if I can, to print out a supersized Fairy Queen in time for Rocky Mountain Rep Rap. See if that works. I also got to get some custom flags made. I want to get one for Vision Miner. I want to get one for Diamondback nozzles. I want to get one for probably Polymaker if they send me some filament. It's more for them because they're gonna have tables there. Oh, for Filamentum, I'm gonna make one for them too because I just love her. She's great. And probably one for longer 3D, Anycubic, and LEU since I use the hell out of those machines. And just plus I want to show off my garden flags. I like my garden flags. Wow, 5,000 for 2,700. That is such a good deal. I'm probably gonna set up a fake post so that I can show this kind of thing. Print out a little 4 square tube on the table and then bolt this to it just so I can show people what it does. Because I like my functional prints. My functional prints are important to me. And this week I'm going to work on designing the top lid to be able to put a logo in it. So what I'm thinking about doing is I haven't figured out if I want to put the logo here or here. I think here'd be easier. It's a smaller part too. And I really want this to be translucent so you can see the stuff inside. And this is not as important to be translucent. But I was also thinking I could do both. So for example, I could put, the logo here and the person's name here, to customize it. I just think that would be cool. Because I want to make one of these for Diamondback because they gave me nozzles. And I want to make one of these for Vision Miner since they've made me some Peak and Ultim parts and they gave me like $150 worth of nanopolymer, and I'd like to make one for Filamentum as well. And the problem is I'm hoping I have some more Filamentum out in the bus because I don't have enough Filamentum to make a box entirely out of Filamentum. What I really want to do is get some of their timber. I want to make one of these for her. I think she would love this. But use their timber fill. This is a Boomat wood filament. I want to use Filamentum's timber fill and the Icelandic blue because I just think that's an absolutely gorgeous combination. It just looks so freaking nice. I even want to rough this up with sandpaper so it looks more like wood. It's got like 20% wood fill. But actually, this would be better on a textured plate because it would have that soft wood look. This is better on a smooth plate because you want that glossy look. I really, really want to print one of these for them because I just like them. They're good people. And I did not ask you to open. Don't disobey me. You get bitten. I will bite you. But yeah, go from there. I also want to eventually. I want to get another roll. I don't know if I could do it before I leave. I probably won't be able to, but I want to get another roll of this filament so that I can make the bottom box with the matching filament. I just think that would be shit hot. That is my eye filament, the transitional PETG. And I'll probably do a red and blue box just because I'm going to have red and blue. Also, orange and gray would go together good too. But I'm going to do an orange and blue as well. Ew, the ear is leaking again. That's annoying. that's it. I'm gonna pull my little staircase out. I have a rolling staircase, metal staircase. You see them in factories, so that should be tall enough to allow me to install this and get that mounted, and then work on getting the solar panel attachment for it, so I can get that actually functional. And I got the Chiron set up and running, but it's a little I just need to wait for the nozzles. They'll be here Friday. Thank you very much again, all of you. I really appreciate that. That's it. That bulb is done. I need to reprint that bulb using the new interlace design. I could scale that up to 450 by 450, but then no one else could print it unless they have a printer that big. They figure there's a higher probability people are going to have a 334, so I'm going to stick with 334 for that model. And anything else? I think that's it. All right. Don't forget, in April, if you need to buy anything on Amazon, go to Nerisse.com, Nancy Echo Romeo Yankee Sam.com. Click on my Amazon link. Use that in April when you buy anything on Amazon, because if I hit $8,250 in revenue, I get an extra $330 that month. That's like 2 extra months. Michelle's doing good. Her spirits seem to be okay. She seems to be, mentally in a good place. I just hope she gets out of there before her roommate passes. I don't want her to be there when her roommate dies. I think that would be... I don't think she's going to die in the room. I think she'll die in the hospital, but just knowing that Judith is never coming back because she died, I think that would be mentally difficult for her. And maybe it won't be, I don't know, but I don't want to succumb her to that if I can help it. But the only way she can come home is if she can walk. She has to be able to walk. Hopefully the psychiatrist will be able to encourage her and get her to work harder. Oh, right now she's stuck because of the surgery on her toes. But otherwise she's doing okay. She's excited to try this new tropical, so I'm going to bring her a couple cans next week. And, they also have Mug Root Beer Zero. So when I go food shopping in a couple of weeks, I'll get her that too. She'll like that. And that's it. So don't forget, April, use my Amazon link. Remember, that's 50% of my income there. If you like what I do and you're not already a Patreon member, consider joining my Patreon. Even like $5 a month goes a long way. If 20 people sign up at $5 a month, that's another $100 a month. And I'm trying to figure out ways to increase my income. I need to increase my income $400. So I got to somehow reliably make an extra $400 over what I'm making now. If I can do that, then I can live off this. Because $600 or $700 a month, which is what I would make if I made an extra $400, that's enough. I can live off that comfortably. And it wouldn't be a luxury living, but I'll be able to pay all my bills. I'll be able to pay for heat. I won't have any problem paying car insurance. I'll be able to put aside a little bit of money, like $50 a month, and this way, if I need a tire, I can get it. If I need to fix the car, I can get it. Right now, those things scare the hell out of me. Like, I need 2 tires on the front of the Kia. Like, before I can go to Rocky Mountain Rep, I need to get 2 tires, because there's almost no tread left. Just for driving back and forth to Albuquerque in the summertime, it's fine. But to make a trip to Denver and back, yeah, those tires need to go. And that's $60. $30 each for used tires. So I've got to, and my insurance is going to be due again in a month. That's $300 I don't have right now. I could switch to monthly payments, but then I pay extra. It's like $6 extra per month. So that's an extra $36. It's an extra 10% for nothing. So I prefer to pay it off at once. This way I don't pay the surcharge for making payments. But this summer my registration has to be renewed for my cars, but that's only like $40 each. It's not too bad. Thankfully, that's one of the things that's pretty cheap here in New Mexico. It's going to be like $90 for both of them. But I've got to figure out a way to put out to where people are going to be willing to view more. So I'm making a video for this weekend. It's going to be about the Chiron. I'm also going to make a dedicated video about the Christmas lights once I get a good quality one of those finished. I'm going to make a dedicated video about the lamp and a dedicated video about the toolboxes. And I'll probably take this and the ground stake and merge that into one video, make one video for that. So I'm trying to, I've got to get back to making regular videos instead of just streams. I'm always going to do a stream, but I've also got to make regular videos because I can't expect random Joes browsing YouTube to go, oh yeah, let's watch this 4.5 hour video. No, that's not going to happen. It's just not the way that works. I've got to put out regular content. And so just go from there. It was so easy before because I always had a stack of printers to build. When I knew it was coming. It's kind of like Kodak. I knew eventually the printer gravy train was going to dry up, and I didn't know how to get around it. And then COVID and all that shit hit. But anyway, April, use the Amazon link. Use it all the time if you can. Join my Patreon if you want to support me there. Send me a Zelle or a PayPal if you want to support me there. If you have Zelle, use that because there's no fees. PayPal charges like 4.5%, which is fair. Oh, I gotta send myself my super chat. Because I every time I go over $10, isn't that Q5 amazing? I love the Q5. It's the nicest Delta printer I've ever touched for a budget entry-level Delta printer. It's the only Delta printer I would suggest for a beginner. I love the Q5. I still have it. It's right there. I love my Q5. Let's see. Gmail. I think I deleted it, so it's going to be in the trash. Now live. Okay.
When did you first release?
Go away. Come on. Okay, so you people so that you guys understand what I'm doing. For those of you who are new, oh, I got another receipt task. They want my receipt from yesterday. Yes. Upload receipt. Choose from gallery. I'm ready. And that gets me an extra 11 cents. I'll take it. So there's this program called Google Opinion Rewards. I believe it's America and maybe Europe only. So you install it and you give it access to everything. Thank you, Big Bag Joe. I really appreciate that. And you do surveys, you upload receipts, you review stuff. You know, like I went here, I liked it, I had lunch. Did you go here? What did you buy? Can you upload a receipt? And you let them track your location, all that, because they have to know where you're at. You know, so when I go to Walmart, it goes, oh, he went to Walmart. And it pops up a receipt request. Did you buy from Walmart? And I give them my receipt. And they pay you. And, well, I've reached $10. So now I'm going to pay myself that money as a super chat. Because normally, I think in Europe you can extract it via PayPal. But it's really annoying because in the US you cannot. The only way to get access to this money is two ways. One, you spend it on the Google store, which I don't want to do. I don't buy apps. I just don't. Every now and then I do, but it's very rare. Or number two, and this kind of sucks because you lose 30% of it. Because that's why I don't like super chats on YouTube. I mean, if you have credit with Google, fine, use it. But if you have cash, send it to me by Zelle or PayPal. Because Google takes 30% of every super chat. So that's why I wait until I have $10, because I'm going to get $7. Google's going to keep 3 of it. But it allows me to extract it as cash. So I go to super chat and I do a super chat, and I have a balance of it's not telling me my balance. Normally it tells me my balance. It should be $10.21. No. What is it? $10.20. So what I do is I send myself a super chat of $10.20. Buy and send. It should ask me how do I want to pay. Super chat on Nerese, and you can see I can use my Google Play balance, which I have $10.20. That is the only way that I'm aware of that you can extract the cash from Google Rewards to your pocket. As long as you have as long as you can accept super chats, you can do that. And now I don't get that money right away. Google only sends me AdSense money when I pass $100. So once I get past $100, which usually takes me about 3 months, then they send me a direct deposit of $100 or whatever it ends up being. Like I think the last one I got was 116. So that actually also helps speed up how quickly I get it, because that counts as part of that balance. And that's all the ad revenue I get. That's another reason why I need to post regular videos, because I get ad revenue. And so that's the reason you'll see me do that, is because that's how I'm extracting the cash from my Google Opinion rewards. And so I'd rather have cash than credit on Google Store. Which, what am I going to do with that? I don't buy games. I don't play games. What am I going to do with that? I don't even play Clash of Clans anymore. It just got boring. I'm just not a gamer. I'm not into that kind of games. It's kind of weird. I like watching people play games. Like, I love watching Incursus play Forts. I love watching Ambiguous Amphibian play RimWorld. And there's another guy I like to watch play RimWorld too. I like RimWorld videos. And I love watching people play Project Zomboid. You know, I have a few channels that I watch. I love watching Call of Duty when Ravik plays, because he does themed videos. So it's interesting. I don't play these. I actually own RimWorld and Project Zomboid. I played them a little bit, but I just don't have the time or patience for gaming. But I could sit there and watch 2 hours of Incursus playing Forts. Don't ask me why. It's the way it is. Only Play Store? Yeah. It's annoying. But now you know how to get that money out as cash. You just send yourself a super chat on YouTube. You get 70% of it, so I'll get $7.14. And Google keeps the rest. That's insane that they keep 30%. Apparently Twitch keeps 50%. I don't understand how that's legal. I could see them splitting the ad revenue 50-50. You're providing the content, they're providing the servers. But to take a donation from a viewer and you take 30% of it, I would have just assumed that would be illegal. That would be a form of theft or graft or embezzlement or something. But I don't know. Apparently it's not illegal, because they do it. They all do it. But 30%, Jesus. But $7 is better than $0, and that's what it is if I have to use it in the Play Store, because I'm never going to use it in the Play Store. I think I've used my Google Rewards money to buy apps in the Play Store 3 times in the last 10 years. If it's even been out that long. I don't even know if it's been available long. But every now and then there'll be an app. I'll pay for the premium version just because I don't want the ads and I want to support the vendor. As long as it's a one-time purchase. I don't do subscriptions. No. Can you see your history? I didn't know you could see your history. Reward history. Huh. $186.37. And this has been since... Damn. 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019. 2019. So 6 years. Now, if you want to see something really impressive, if you don't already have it, get it. Use my link. It's either in the description or it's at nerese.com. If it's not, let me know. But sign up for Ibotta if you're in the U.S. Okay? Trust me, sign up for Ibotta. It's the only app that's worth it for grocery shopping. I mean, look at this week. All I have to do is complete 18 offers and I get an extra $5. Yeah, if you're already going to buy the stuff anyway, you might as well get credit for it. Like my favorite soda in the whole world, the Canada Dry Ginger Ale Cherry Splash. I just bought 5 more cases because they have it on sale for $5 a case instead of $8 a case. And Ibotta has a $1 off per case coupon. So I got $5 cash back. So I got them for $4 a case. Hell yes. Receipt tasks used to pay very well. I used to get over $1 per receipt task. But now that they've changed the receipt thing to be this normal thing that they do, I only get 11 to 16 cents each. So it's not nearly as good. Still though, 10 cents for scanning a receipt. It's free money. But the surveys are so rare anymore. I don't even bother with Amazon Shopper Panel anymore. It's a waste of time. I get no surveys, and they don't do receipts anymore. At least the receipts they do, I don't get. Which is a pity. I mean, I knew it was going to end eventually once they've collected enough data for their AI modeling. But I was hoping it would last longer. But first of all, Ibotta is cash. If you have a friend who's on food stamps, they can still use Ibotta. And they can still get cash back. It's a coupon. All right, so you're not breaking any rules. Wow, good for you. Damn, dude, that's double what we were doing. Exactly double, $187. This one though is impressive. Except they closed 2 of my accounts, which really pisses me off. Because we had 3 accounts for our 3 phones. My dad's phone, Michelle's phone, and my phone. And I asked them. They said that's no problem. You can have multiple accounts per household as long as it's per person. And then they decided, okay, I guess that's not good anymore. And they closed the other 2 accounts. It's like, make up your mind, okay? I didn't break the rules. I asked you. You said it was okay. And because it allows me to double dip. So what you do is you click on, for example, Walmart. That's where I shop. Okay, online, and then you just look through the offers. Okay, like here's 30-ounce jar of Hellmann's, $1 back. If you're already going to buy Hellmann's mayonnaise anyway, you get $1 back. And the nice thing is, it's cash. Now the only catch is, you have to hit $20 before you can cash out. So like right now, I have $8.80 sitting in my account, and I can't extract that yet because I have to reach $20. But the next time I go food shopping, I'll hit $20. And but I've been on this for what, 3 or 4 years now. Wait until you see this, and this is just one device. Look at my lifetime earnings. $2,300. I've gotten $2,300 just from this one account. And I had almost $1,900 on Michelle's account, and like $1,100 on the other account, or $900, $1,100, something like that. It was right around $1,000. I think it was over $1,000 because I got the little badge saying you're in the 1,000 club. So that means I've gotten over $5,000 in cash back in the last 4 or 5 years from Ibotta. Yes. Yes. Every day, all day. You know, I love it. I mean, this one time last week, I went to Walmart. I got $46 in cash back for the items I bought, plus I hit the mark for both of these $5 bonuses. That's $66.10. Hello? Yes. It's free money. And we both got, I think we both get a bonus if you sign up using my account. So, you know, hit the description or whatnot. And you can use Aldi. I'm pretty sure Aldi works in here. I like Aldi. How do I do a search for stores? Add favorite. King Supers is in here. Smith's is in here. What are you loading? Yep. Aldi's in there. If they don't have an online account, you just take a picture of the receipt. So you can use it with Aldi's. And why won't you scroll? It's called Ibotta. Ibotta. There should be a link. Can I see it? Yes, I can. Let's see. PayPal, Cash App, Filament, Amazon. Oh, it's not in here. It might be. Oh, yes, it is. Here it is. If you scroll down to below where it says PayPal, Patreon, Etsy, Teespring, then you have my Cash App and my Venmo, and then you have Fetch Rewards and Ibotta. So I have a link and I have a code. So either one will work. The link just adds the code. But yes, please sign up using my link, and you just you connect it to your bank account using Plaid. When you hit $20, you hit withdraw, and you get cash, not points, not gift cards, cash in your checking account. And usually you get it within 2 or 3 days. So you can see some of the offers I have right now that I'm interested in. Fleischmann's yeast, 35 cents. That's an easy way to get 5 of them and get 5 points toward a $5 cash back. The Rotel is not so good. It's usually 25 cents a can. Now it's 25 cents for 2 cans. So you're only getting 12.5 cents each. So I'll wait till that goes better again. Coca-Cola Zero, $1.10 back per case, limit 5. Canada Dry, Ginger Ale Cherry, $1 back per case, limit 5. That one renewed. I already used it and it came back, so I can use it again. But I don't have $25 to buy 5 more cases, or I would. Stouffer's party size meals, $3 cash back. These are actually really good. They're delicious. It's the first time I've seen a BOGO come back after I used it. Usually BOGOs are one time. So these are these Del Corazon frozen entrees. I can't see what I'm seeing. So these Del Corazon frozen entrees, they're actually really freaking delicious. I like the steak fajita rice one. They're $5.96, so not something I would normally buy. That's a bit expensive for a meal for me. I usually cap my meals at around $3. But it's BOGO, buy one get one, so it's $3 each. So I get 2 of them for $6. Well, you spend 12, but then you get the 6 back as cash. I tried these. I'm not going to be able to get any more because it's only got 1 day left. But Tyson lightly breaded, very expensive. But you buy 2, you get $5 cash back. So yeah, I tried it, and they were actually really good. These are impressively good, and they're cheap too, with a $2 cash back. These Tapatio frozen meals. Oh man, and their hot sauce is delicious. It came out, it wasn't too hot. It was hot enough to make me warm, but not hot enough to make me go, ugh, I regret buying that. It was delicious. I did the Salsa Roja chicken bowl. And if that coupon is still available, it's $2 back on each. So if that's available again, I'll definitely be getting 5 more because they're good. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this Fat Tire Ale. And the only reason I'm trying to get it is because Michelle sometimes likes beer. I'm not a big person on beer, but she sometimes likes to sip on one. But not only do I get $2 cash back on Ibotta, but I get it for free through Field Agent, and I get paid. So I'll make $3, plus they'll reimburse me the cost of the ale, plus Ibotta will give me $2. So I get it for free and I get paid. Yes, the problem is my Walmart doesn't have it. I used it to get my cat food, $2 back on the Friskies Indoor. My cats like that, so I get $2 back on the bag. And let's see, do they have anything new? The Hellmann's is not bad. This would be good if it was for 1, but not so good for 2. Magnum chocolate bars, $2 back, but you have to buy 2. Let's see, anything else good? They have the coupon for the 2-liter cherry ginger ale, but my store never stocks the 2-liter bottles. $1 back for a can of mango chunks, but you have to buy 2 cans, so it's only 50 cents back. You're getting 50 cents each can. I love grocery shopping deals because you have to eat. And, you know, that's one of the things where you shit it out when you're done. So you're basically shitting out cash. So I at least want to save as much money as I can. $1 back for Tazo tea. That's a good deal. I love Tazo tea. That's like a luxury purchase for me. Here's 75 cents back on Tortilla Land fresh tortillas. $2 back on Dunkin's coffee. $1 back on Pledge products. So if you like that kind of stuff, you get that. They have coupons for Airheads. I got that new. They had a $1.25 coupon, so I tried it at the $1.25. Victor Allen's Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee. It was okay. It wasn't great. I mean, it did kind of remind me of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I guess the combo is not doing it for me. The Twix one tastes a lot better. I used to with the on the homesteading channel. I need to start doing that again. Let's see what else. That's the real dreamy one. Is the Canada Dry Cherry Splash. This soda is so effing good. I think the zero sugar tastes better than the regular. I'm not kidding. Because at first I tried the regular because they didn't have the zero. And I wanted to try it because I love ginger ale and I love cherry. And then they got the zero and I was like, oh hell yeah. And I grabbed the zero. It tastes better. Not all of them do. Like the A&W root beer. The A&W root beer zero. It's very good. But it tastes like a weak root beer. It's definitely not as good as regular. But it's still very good. The zero sugar Starry soda. Fantastic. The Baja Blast actually tastes good. The orange cream, a little light on flavor, but good. It's crisp. The cherry 7-Up Zero is absolutely a bullseye. That's out of the park. The tropical is pretty damn good too. But this is currently on sale for $5, and you get $1 back, and you can get 5. Yes, I have 7 cases now. The 2 cases I already bought, and the 5 more I bought when I found that coupon. A&W root beer is okay. So it depends on what kind of root beer you like. I like all the root beers. My favorite is sweet root beer, so I prefer Barks. Barks root beer is very sweet root beer. A&W root beer is more bitey root beer. It's got more of a foamy, bitey taste. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not as sweet. It's more bite. And sometimes I'm in the mood for that. Mug is okay. It's similar to A&W. But they have a Mug Zero too. I want to try that too. If you like sweet root beer, get Barks. Well, that's why I do zero. It's 99.99% water. It doesn't even have any sugar in it. Because I can't drink sugar sodas. That's poison. For someone my weight, sugar soda is poison. By the way, if you ever go to AMC movie theaters, which I won't go to anymore because they fucked over my sister, so fuck you, AMC. In fact, as soon as it's profitable, I'm selling my stock too. Fuck you, assholes. But yeah, I bet. Yeah, there was one in Jersey. I like them. They were pretty good. Good hot dogs. If you're whatever theater you go to, if you want to get a soda but you're tired of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, if they have Barks root beer, this only works with Barks root beer in my opinion. Have them give you, and if they have Coke Zero, that's better than Diet Coke. for this combo. Have them fill the cup up this far with, Diet Coke or Coke Zero, and then the last 5 or 10%, just a couple squirts of Barq's root beer. You're getting almost no sugar because it's almost entirely diet soda, and it tastes amazing. It tastes good. The Barq's root beer flavor is strong enough that it works. I tried it with A&W, it does not work. I tried it with Dr. Pepper, does not work. Tastes like shit. Oh, God. But for some reason, Coke Zero and Barq's root beer, you can mix them. Very little Barq's, and it tastes amazing. 2 pounds a can? Fuck that. Just wouldn't drink it. That's a lot of money. If you like Purex laundry detergent, $2 coupon on that. I hope the coupon is still there for the Tapatio frozen meals in 2 weeks, because I want more of that. That was surprisingly good, and it's easy to bulk it up if you want. I can just add a bag of Brussels sprouts or broccoli and then a cup of rice to it and bulk it up really nicely if I want to. Anything else good? Sometimes they just don't have many good things and you just don't buy anything, that's all. And then sometimes they have deals that are just, wow, gimme, gimme, gimme. I still got to try to figure out how to set up a second account, because there's sometimes where I just want to get more offers. It's not against the rules. I don't know why they closed the accounts. They're assholes. But I've now learned that you take your money out immediately, because if they close your account, you don't get the money. It's forfeit. Like, fuck that. I used to let it stack and then take it out once a month. Like, no, take it out immediately now. I don't trust them. But yeah, that app is wonderful. Like I said, I've saved $5,000 in the last 4.5 years. And that's cash. You cash back. Deposit into my bank account. Yes, I like that. And that's it. I'm gonna go hit the Roadrunner, because they have a vegetable day today, so I'm gonna go see what they got. we got salad kits and green beans last week. Not 2 weeks ago. So they are open in 20 minutes, so I'm going to go check them out. I will see you guys next week. Don't forget, next month, use my Amazon link. If I hit that $8,250 in revenue, I get an extra $330. And I would like to get an extra $330. Don't forget my PayPal, my Zelle, my Patreon. And I will see you guys later. Next week, we're probably going to check on the results of me attempting to put a logo on one of these boxes in multicolor. So we're going to see how that goes. I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for joining in. And to Big Bad Joe and the others who got me some stuff on Amazon today, you freaking rock. That filament is going to go to good use. So I really, really appreciate that. And if you haven't seen it, Lightspeed, Tech Bears, TECBEARS, has PETG 2 for $19. Let me get you a link, actually. There it is. Apparently its prices are slightly different for people in some places, but most people seem to get it for this price. Hang on, waiting for it to load. Why does it take so long to load? Just give it to me. Stop arguing with me. They have black, white, mixed black, white, gray, blue, and red. 2 kilograms, $19. So if you need Pet G, even the bulk 3 and 5 kilogram rolls aren't that cheap. And this stuff prints nice. This white here. This is the white Pet G from Tech Bears. And it prints fantastically. I have absolutely zero complaints about it. It prints beautifully. Here's the part. the drawer, the underside. Bridges nicely. I mean, I have absolutely no complaints. Sticks well. It's strong. I've never been able to break one of these yet. I mean, just it's good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, and also the white is the milk carton white. So you can illuminate things from the inside. The king rune is not good for that. Also, whatever they use to make it white for the king rune, I usually like king rune plastic, but not their white. I think they're using titanium oxide or something to make it white, and that makes it opaque. But it also makes it rough. It doesn't print as smooth. Whatever they're using to make it white affects the way it prints. And also, it's not as translucent, so it's harder to light up from inside. The lampposts work a lot better with the translucent white. And so the Tech Bears is that nicer white that I prefer. And but yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff. That's it. I will see you guys next week. And also, if you're a bigger dude like me, and well, actually, if you're not a bigger dude, it's easier for you. Really check out Temu for clothing. If you don't mind polyester clothes, I mean, this was $7.86. I mean, $7.86. Hello? Oh, I finally got my Hiss shirt. Yes, and I got it for $5.06. It's basically Kiss. You know, the band, the metal band Kiss. Except it's called Hiss, and it's 4 cats. Yeah. Yeah, I got some more. Here we go. Where's some more? Oh, I don't feel like digging them up. But yeah, I get shirts so cheap on there. This is a 9XL, which is slightly larger than a US 4XL. The 8XL is like slightly larger than a 3XL. It almost fits, not quite. It fits, but it's a little snug. I don't like snug shirts. So when you get into the larger sizes, when you get above 2X, think of the Asian size as being half. So double US size. So if you wear a 3X, then you probably want a 5 or a 6X from Asia. Check the measurements. Measure, lay down, take a shirt that fits you perfectly. That, like, this is my size. Lay it down, measure the width. Under the armpits is bust, at the hem is waist. And then compare those measurements with Temu. And then buy one, make sure it fits right. And then, now be careful, sometimes they use different size numbers, but they'll always have the measurements. And so make sure you get within that measurement range. And yeah, as long as you don't mind, as long as you're okay with polyester, because the only problem with polyester is that it doesn't breathe as well. So it doesn't wick. So normally when your armpits sweat, your shirt absorbs that sweat, and then that sweat evaporates from your shirt to the environment. Polyester does not absorb. So the sweat stays on your skin and you get all icky. So I always trim my armpits anyway, because that's where most of the stink is, in the hair. I don't shave it with a shaver. I just take the clippers and go zzz, zzz, that's it, done. And I stink half as much. And just wear an antiperspirant that stops you from sweating. And then you'll be fine. You won't have a problem. But as long as you're okay with polyester, because it's almost all polyester, apparently that's what they make everything out of over there. So it's cheaper over there. Cotton's expensive there. But yeah, I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. And if you're not big like me, you can get custom shirts too. Like, you can upload whatever picture you want and print that for you. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's so cheap. It's so fucking cheap. I get these beautiful, I mean, and they're nicely made too. Look, you know, it's got a proper stitching. It's all double stitched. It's all properly hemmed. You know, it's not garbage. At least the bigger ones, the ones that I get, the 9XLs, these are actually pretty heavy weight. They're not like super thin. They're actually a good quality shirt. And every one of them is less than $10. I just have to be quick on the trigger when the 9XLs appear, because that's the first one that sells out. And then sometimes they take a long time to restock the 9XL, or they never restock it. And but yeah, it's nice. I finally got one that's a flower one. It's covered in like pink and yellow flowers, super in your face bright. I was like, yes, it's 9X. I'm getting that. So yeah, I'm getting that one. I like in your face bright. So, all right, that's it. I will see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Have a great week. Thank you so much for the filament. Thank you so much for supporting me and continuing to support me on Patreon. Please, if you print out one of these boxes, if you don't want to try to optimize it, just print it 33325 grid. So 3 walls, 3 top, 3 bottom, 25% grid, and all those parts will print perfectly. If you have a larger nozzle, you can print the pull handles. You can print them in vase mode. Just do 3 bottoms in the vase mode, and they print perfectly. Once I finish the G code, I'm going to make that available for sale and also for my Patreons for free. So I've customized my G code. So for example, when you print, something like the shelf, I have it actually as 2 separate models, the bottom and the top. So I get rid of the bottom layers, which saves plastic, and I make sure that this top layer goes edge to edge, so that when it prints this, it's actually fully adhering and it's not weak. A regular slicer won't do that. It's custom work that I do to do that. And but yeah, it's nice. And use my link for Temu. I don't know exactly how those links work. The $100 coupon bundle, the $300 coupon bundle, that's mostly a gimmick. The profit margin on these things is so low they could never afford to give out that kind of coupon. But they are legitimate. You just got to spend them over time. The best thing to do is when you log into Temu, first add a whole bunch of stuff that you want to your shopping cart and your wish list, because it populates the pages with that information. Because the way you're going to get the best deals is when you go to, it pops up all the time with deals. So when you go to orders here, there's a section called coupons and offers. Always go there first and check to see what's there in coupons and offers. Usually it'll be 4 to 6 free items. The quality of the items will dictate what your minimum buy-in is. So you pick your free items, and then it says, okay, spend $25, you get the free items. Spend $45, you get the free items. Spend $65, you get the free items. And sometimes you get the free items with the order. Sometimes you have to come back each day and get the free item each day. So if I got like 6 free items, each day I come back, I type in daily free, and I grab free item. No shipping, no extra charges. You can just take the free item. What they're hoping you'll do, though, is they're hoping you'll add more to your cart each time you do that. But you don't have to. And sometimes it helps too. Like I saw a pair of Pac-Man earrings that I wanted. They were 89 cents. I would have to wait until I was placing a $25 order to get them. But because I got them I saw them on a day where I was picking one of my free items, when I was grabbing it, I was able to add it, and they didn't charge me any shipping for it. It's like, yeah. And the games can be worth it, but you're going to invest a lot of time. Fishland, stay away. It's a slog at the end. Oh my god, the last 50% of the last fish. It's a slog. It's legit. You'll get it eventually, but if you don't buy stuff, you're not going to get it. They never have this one in my size. Yeah, the 9XL is always grayed out. It's like, you bastard, I want that shirt. It's got that printed on the shirt. I want that so fucking bad. But it's never available in 9XL. And 8XL is a little too snug. But it's also a great source. AliExpress is also another one for trinkets. So if you need magnets, if you need nozzles, if you need washers, if you need containers, hardware, screws, great for that kind of stuff. Go to AliExpress, find what you want, click on a few of the same item, then go to Dollar Express, see if it shows up in there, because the minimum on AliExpress is only $10. But watch out, the scammers figured out the algorithm for AliExpress, and so there's a lot of scam listings on there. Most of them are very obvious. 4,500 watt inverter generator, $2.86. Yes, that's a scam. If you're dumb enough to think you're actually going to get that generator, you deserve to lose your $3. So, Temu doesn't seem to be having that problem, but AliExpress, they're attacking AliExpress for some reason. And it's a concentrated attack. They're just scamming people. It's not AliExpress doing it, it's the sellers figuring out, because I have a feeling there was a threshold. Like typically what happens is AliExpress and Temu and stuff like that, they will hold your money until the product is shipped. And this way, if you scam somebody, they can just take the money out of the money they're holding for you. But I think that hurts sellers, though, because you're giving out inventory and you're not getting the money. So I think there was a threshold where if you were below a certain dollar amount, they gave you the money faster. And they figured that out, and they figured out how to abuse it. So there was a whole bunch of $14 and change items. I think $15 must have been the threshold. And I think now the threshold is $3 because all the listings are less than $3. And why do they do this? Because it's automated. Sites like Amazon, Temu, and AliExpress and Alibaba, they cannot function without automation. There are millions of people using the site. It would require more people than the population of the world to manage that, or at least the homeless population. You can't do it. It has to be automated. The whole thing has to be automated from end to end. And if it's not, these kind of sites just don't work. And so scammers figure out how to abuse the system to get their scam listings in place, and people get burned. Most of the time because they're greedy. Most of these scams work because you're greedy. Do you actually think you're going to get a $1,900 tool chest for $115? You really think you're going to get that? We're not talking about this kind of tool chest. We're talking about, 8 foot tall, 6 foot wide, snap-on, unified, integrated tool chest setup. You think you're going to get that for $100? For $40? What planet were you born on? This one guy was on the news because he ordered tools, $400 worth of tools off of some site, and he got screwed. They never sent him the tools. And I was like, what did you order? Oh, pressure washer and a screwdriver. One of these, cheap screwdriver and pressure washer. Well, that's definitely brush. I can smell it. And then I found out, I paid my $40 and I never got the... Wait, what? You thought you were going to get a cordless screwdriver and a pressure washer for $40? You fucking idiot. You deserve to lose your $40. You're an idiot. Of course it's a scam. The guy at the yard sale is going to sell it for more than $40. Oh man, come on! It's greed. Ooh, $40. That's worth the risk until you lose your $40. Oh, woe is me! They ripped me off. No, you're an idiot. It's like, come on, use your head. A light speed. You might be interested in this. This is a mount to attach a post that'll extend past the edge of my carport, so I could put the solar panel for the solar lights where the sun can actually reach instead of below the carport where it doesn't get enough light to charge. ABS, open air print, using that Vision Minor nanopolymer. Absolutely flat. Zero warp. Zero. Not even the corners. None. That stuff is witchcraft. Now, it did help that I was using a 1mm nozzle. That makes it much more likely to stay put. But still, ABS, open air, 55-degree ambient temperature, no enclosure or cover, perfectly flat. And this was printed in vase mode. This tube was printed in vase mode. No brim. No brim. Nothing. No raft, no brim. I just printed it. And it worked. And this is not the new blend of low warp ABS. This is old school 5-year-old, 6-year-old ABS that I got off the bus. Yeah, this is... I wish that stuff wasn't so expensive because it's pure witchcraft. There's some voodoo magic going on with that stuff. All right, I gotta go. I don't want to miss the food. All right, I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.